Welcome to the Boston's Big Four podcast. Cast. New news about music and sports every week, sometimes.
All right. So probably like West on Center is within 5 minutes away. They're like a popular last call bar. I don't know how late their kitchen closes, but you can get in there at like 1.
Okay.
There's Boston Ale House. I think they probably have like a late night menu too. That's a little bit further down the street. This is all on Center Street right here. And then there's a place called Maria's Kitchen. Or Maria's Restaurant. It's like smaller. They do like more sandwiches and stuff, but it's like also got pasta and stuff like that. And you've probably heard of Pleasant, which is also like
Pleasant Cafe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another big one. But I'm pretty sure their kitchen would close. You're probably good. They'd probably close by 10, so I think you'd be all right. So those are the spots. But
I don't want to go that late then. If they're right about to close, won't be the right experience for the first time.
that's true. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's Well, anyways, we just cold opened, but we got. What did you eat today, sir? Here.
Pleasure to be here.
Welcome on. So yeah, we're talking about local stuff that's kind of near the pod spot. But I'm sorry. What was the question you asked right before I cut it? Did you ask something? Am I losing my mind?
No, just
No,
where should I
yeah,
go
he was
eat?
asking where should you go to eat around here.
When I
Oh
leave
yeah.
here?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was answering. But the yeah, pretty much everything around here I think is pretty good. There's like you can't go wrong. It really depends on like what kind of cuisine you want. There's a burrito place like right at the bottom of the street that's authentic Mexican. Like they there's another one I haven't gone to actually. It's right across the street from West on Center. I'm forgetting the name right now. I'll put it in the comments for this so people can get the answer. But anyways, what are the places that you must have known some of these spots around here. You knew Pleasant. Like, what are the spots that you know of? So I'm like,
Nothing really in Roslindale. I only know Pleasant because a few people recommended it to me in the comments.
I feel like
Okay.
that's the big spot around
Yeah,
here.
I don't really know much, and I'm not really a Celt guy. I'm a
Okay.
Northerner.
Yeah, northerner.
Yeah.
I love it. So I would say, I'm just gonna go ahead and say you're probably the biggest, quickest rising food blogger in Boston right now, based on
Coming up. There's a
just
lot
the
of-
numbers
there's a
you
few
were
of them,
telling me
but,
before.
yeah.
There's a few of them, but I put out a question on our story a couple weeks ago asking people's favorite food bloggers locally, and you got the most responses.
That's
So
what's up.
obviously you're doing something right. It seems like every video you put out now is doing numbers, and
Yeah.
people are definitely
definitely-
valuing your opinion.
Rising ever since like December, literally.
Yeah,
The videos were getting like 20 to 30,000 views before December. Now they're getting like 50,000 minimum. It's
That's
kind of
awesome.
wild.
but even still, 20 to 30. That's
Yeah,
nothing
20,
to shake
30.
a
Yeah,
stick
yeah.
at.
That's no scrub numbers,
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
especially locally.
yep.
So when did you start doing this, like documenting it?
6 years ago, a week ago, made 6 years.
Oh, no way. You got
Happy
to the day?
anniversary.
Yeah, right.
So what was the thing? You remember exactly the date. So what like, you just know by the post or?
No, I know exactly the day,
Okay.
time.
Was there an occasion or
was
what
the
was
place?
going on?
110 Grill on Saugus on Route
Okay.
1.
Okay.
They just opened up. And I was just in the mood to like, at that time, just going around traveling, eating new different, trying different stuff. So I
Yeah.
went to 110 Grill. I was like taking a picture every time I go out, just put it on Snapchat, my Instagram story. Then I was like, fuck it, let me make an actual food blog.
Yeah.
Came up with what did you eat today, Sarah, on the spot, show some random ass picture on Google.
Mm.
I thought I would change the name, but it stuck. And then, I don't know, just took off from there little by little.
Nice. Yeah. 110 Grill. It's funny because you probably could have tested them really hard because they're serious about allergies, right?
I haven't been there since.
Oh, really? So it wasn't worth it?
I mean, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. The more I do the food blog and stuff, I like to try new stuff.
yeah.
So, like, I'll go to a place that I love, and I probably won't go back for a whole year because I just want to keep trying new stuff.
Makes
And
sense.
you probably
yeah.
have pretty high standards at this point
Yeah.
with all the places you've tried.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, like, break out more and more past the North Shore. So, like, if I go to a place that I really love, maybe in, like, Lowell,
Yeah.
I'm not going back for a while. Because
Right,
the
right.
next time I go back to Lowell, I drive 50 minutes to Lowell. I want to try something new.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good point. Yeah. That is funny. So even if you're craving it, like you don't get a craving and you're like, I really want
It
that
has to
place.
be, like, one of the top places for me to, like, really go back.
Okay. Well, to travel for it too.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like Coriano's in Alston. You ever been there?
I haven't.
It's like Korean Mexican fusion, but their rice bowl is like one of my favorite things.
Okay.
Okay.
So even when I'm in Alston, I'll try a new restaurant. I'll make sure to stop by Carino's just to grab a bowl or two to take home. And I'll
There
eat
you
one
go.
later and eat one the next day.
It's good. It
Yeah,
travels well.
fucking unreal. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
it's good even
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, some foods are. It depends, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Some of
what
them you
is
gotta-
a food that you get at a place, like what's a food from some place you've tried that was better, like you found out like you liked it, but then it also was better or had its own thing like the next day. You know, there's always that thing about food, like package it up, it's a little different the next day, sometimes for the better.
Steak tips, honestly, they age pretty well.
Okay.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean, not if you eat them cold, but like
Okay.
the next morning when I have my like leftover steak tips, I'll throw them in an omelet or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's a
I
good
see
idea.
what you mean.
Throw
Yeah,
in
that's a
nice
good
hot
idea.
honey. Oh yeah,
Who has the best steak tips around?
champions.
Champions?
Yeah,
Is that the place that what was it? Mark Lewis did a video talking about the best steak tips recently. It might have been Champions. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I just started to follow Mark again.
Okay.
Oh, you guys on fault? Was there some beef?
No, he posted something about the Celtics when they lost against the Nuggets. I mean, not the Nuggets, and they lost against the Heat.
Okay.
Like
Is
2
he the
years
New
ago.
York guy?
Who?
I don't think
Am
he's
I
a New
thinking
York
of-
No,
guy.
Mark's
No,
a-
he's a
he's
Boston.
Wait,
Boston.
who am I thinking of? Okay, he's not who I'm thinking of then.
No, probably not. Mark Lewis is a Boston guy. For
He's
sure.
a Boston. guy.
Okay, all right. I'm thinking of a completely.
But I like
different guy
Mark.
then.
I know Mark since way before the Instagram stuff. You know?
Okay.
But I take the Celtic shit serious. If you say the wrong thing,
same.
I'll unfollow you.
Oh, same. No, I'm very serious about the Celtics.
I forget what it was. Maybe it was something about getting rid of Jaylen Brown because he underperformed that series.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, we are not trading Jaylen Brown.
No. Turns
Oh my
out,
God.
turns
Enough
out
of
you
that.
were right about that one.
Oh yeah.
So where would you say your love for food originated? Because you said your dad's from the North End.
Yeah.
So obviously he's
My
a...
father's from the North End, but when I was with my father, I was with him Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays.
Yep.
We never really went out to eat like that because his mother's like not right off the boat Sicilian, but she's Sicilian.
Yeah.
So she would cook every day.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's
Okay.
where we'd go for dinner. Like we weren't going out in the North End and eating. I mean,
Yeah.
My father grew up in the North End. He's not eating out there like that.
I bet the food was fire, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And my mother's a good cook too. So when I was with her for the rest of the week, the food was always great.
Okay.
And that's
You've
kind of
always
where
had a high
yeah.
standard.
So I always had a high standard for food and always loved food.
Yeah.
What are some staple dishes from this time period?
What do you mean?
Like, what's like the popular one? If you were like a meal you'd be looking forward to from either your mom or grandma.
Oh, for my grandmother, the baked rice. It's like an arancini casserole.
Okay.
It's like another word for it.
Is there like like the full arancini like breading on top and you scoop it?
Pretty much. So the leftover pasta from Sunday and Monday dinner, she would like chop up the sausages and the meatballs, layer it on the pan, put some rice on there, some sauce.
Send me
the
the link.
layers of it.
Oh my god,
Then you bake it, and that shit was fucking unreal. I look
sounds
forward to it every
amazing.
Tuesday.
it's getting me jazzed up.
And she had some good lentils too.
Okay.
And my mother, I don't know, everything she made was good too. Nice broccoli rabi with the orecchiette. That was always one of my favorites.
What's orecchiette? I'm sorry.
It's like it looks like a shell kind of pasta.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I don't know
I
how to
might
really
need
explain
some
it.
translation as we go through.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know that one either.
I
Nah,
just yeah.
orecchiette's great.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. But did you pick up any of this? Like, are you cooking yourself?
No,
or
not at all.
what's the deal?
I wish I could go back and watch my grandmother cook and watch my mother cook and stuff. I was
Right.
too busy playing with wrestlers back in the day. But I don't know. I just don't really have a passion to cook. I just like to eat.
Yeah.
I see.
After I eat, I'm done. I don't want to clean dishes and shit. I just want to pay the bill and go home.
Your passion is eating.
Exactly. I love food, but I hate cooking it.
And now
Nothing
you
wrong
get
with
to
that.
eat out for free, so that kind of
Not
doesn't
all
matter.
the time, but a lot of the meals are free.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, I just go to places I want to go to because I want to try it out.
Yeah.
So I'll go without them even knowing I'm a food blogger.
Okay.
Oh,
And I
good.
kind of like that better because then I
Yeah.
get the actual experience. Like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like I hate when people cater to me and stuff. Like
Yeah.
obviously it's great getting free food is great, but like they're not treating me like some regular customer.
Right.
So the food's obviously going to be better for me than it might be for someone else. And
You
that's-
want to know what the regular experience is,
yeah,
so you
exactly.
can share that with
might
other
be
people.
tougher to give a real honest review when they're going all out for me and
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I like they're coming out with like samplers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do
Some
you
people
ever
bring out like a fucking the table's full of food. I'm like, bro, this is
kind
too
of a waste.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck.
So are there things in there that they like want you to try ever, and it's like something you just don't want to try? Does that ever happen? Or
Yeah, sometimes. Like when a restaurant does call me to come in, they'll ask me like what I want to get, and I'm pretty like I don't know, send out whatever you want featured in the film.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Whatever you want in the video, send it out. I'll look at the menu, maybe get like one or two things, but like if you're inviting me in, I want you to send me out what you think is your best dish.
Okay.
I'm really not too picky. As long as there's no coconut in it, I'm fine with it.
I was about to say, what are your deal breakers? Because I like to think that I'm not a picky eater, but there's certain ones, like if it's in there, I'm just not going to eat it.
Nah,
Like,
I'm not too picky. I mean, blue cheese, I hate blue cheese.
Okay.
And I don't like coconut.
Okay.
And I don't really like peanuts. Like anything peanut sauce or topped with peanuts and all. I love peanuts by themselves. For some reason, I don't really like it on my food.
I understand that exactly.
weird.
That's so funny. Yeah. My family used to get, on my dad's side, like my grandfather, he was a baker. So he always loved like chocolate and he would have candy in the house. But him and my dad would act like it was like a bonus if the chocolate had nuts in it. And I was like, oh, I just want plain chocolate. I can't imagine like crunching through like peanuts or something in my Hershey's. It's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Like I
So-
like a Snickers bar. It's weird, but I don't like the Hershey's with the almonds or the nuts in them and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. But
Yeah,
it's not
there's
what I
certain
am.
things that I will not combine, and a lot of it is around sweets. Like you can't put. To me, I think like if you have like a strawberry ice cream and there's real strawberries in it, my night's over.
You don't like that?
I'm done with it. Yeah, just
I
give
like
me
the
the
real fruit.
flavoring. It could be from the real fruit. Like I need the essence. But if I like, if I get some real strawberry in there and I'm tasting seeds or whatever, that's it. Zero stars.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
What's a top what's the lowest rating you give and why would you give something like that? You know, like do you find yourself trying to be more positive or
I try to be because I mean my whole goal really is to help the business out. I don't want to shit on them.
Right.
That's
But if
true.
the restaurant's like really that bad, then I have to. You know what I mean? But if a restaurant's just like whatever, then you know I'm not gonna shit on them for just having average food.
But if
Right.
it's
You have
bad,
to really suck.
if it's bad, you'll give a negative review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like doing it because then it keeps you different.
Yeah.
You know, because
Constructive
every other food
criticism.
blogger's out there fucking telling you everything's great. I don't want to just
Yeah.
say everything's great. So
Yeah.
when I do get a bad meal, I'm like, word, I could fucking shit on this place.
That's fair.
But I don't want to. But when it does happen, I have to.
Well, they need feedback. Like if you're
Exactly.
just saying like this pizza sucks, that's not good feedback. But if
Yeah.
you're like, oh, it was like oversauced or whatever, like they might take that into consideration.
Yeah,
you
a
know?
lot of the
It'll improve.
restaurants do. Some of them have reached out to me and said they fixed something that I didn't like.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? It's like you have to be able to take criticism. Not everyone's gonna like your food.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And I'm sure like if a chef was gonna care about that, they probably should also have like some level of confidence or a thick enough skin to say like, no, this is how that dish should be. Like I don't care if that guy didn't like
and
it.
a
you
lot
know?
of these restaurants, when they reach out to me, it's because they know I do honest reviews. So they want the honest review. You know, because being a food blogger, like I could give you a good review, and I have a lot of loyal followers that'll go to the restaurants that I'll tell them to go to.
Yeah.
And getting them in, there's no problem. But if your restaurant's not good and I'm lying, then they're not going to come back. And that's
Right.
that's the biggest part.
Right.
You know, getting people in the door is one thing. Getting them to come back is the major part.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
we
true.
heard, we've had a couple food bloggers on lately, so there's different opinions on this. But we've heard some people say that if they don't like a place, they won't post a review, but they'll just like talk to the people, you know, separately and just be like, hey, we didn't really like this, so we're not going to post anything. So I don't know.
Waste of my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The video is going out.
Yeah.
I-
No, that's fair.
I can see it definitely is a double-edged sword because I know what you mean where like you don't want to be shitting on a place and I think that's where this is coming from. Like you don't want to be putting out negative stuff, but there is that constructive piece. Like you'll only, it is hard to, you know, distinguish what is good or not. And otherwise you could say like, well, everything here is good, but here's the rating from good to best or whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's the, I guess that makes sense, but you know,
I mean, at the end of the day, hopefully the review makes them better. Hopefully they take it. Hopefully they don't take it personally, and they're like, all right.
Like really, like there's not many places that I've been to where I just shit on them the
Yeah.
whole entire time.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of places that I go to and like majority of the dishes are pretty good, and then I get one dish that I'm like, yeah, it's, you know, kind of bland or something like that, and just shit on that one dish.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's really hard to find a bad restaurant. That's
You're
like
saying
just
there
bad
are
all the way
places you
around.
have shit on the whole time?
Oh yeah, one of them just shut down.
Oh, tell us,
What was it?
please. Yeah.
Let's
It
hear
was
it.
Palos and Saugus.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little strip mall place, and it was fucking $30-something. It was like $33 for a chicken palm
That's
in a
wild.
strip mall in Saugus.
Oof.
That thing was thick as hell. Pasta was overcooked. The fucking desserts had freezer burn on it. And I was like, bro, this sucks.
Yeah, it
And
makes
you
sense. why they
posted the
closed.
review? And you
Yeah.
shit on them?
Yep.
How long after you posted it did they shut down?
Like a year.
Okay.
Oh,
probably
you may
posted,
have
like-
directly contributed
Yeah,
to that.
I think you probably did.
Not just me. I mean, there was a lot of people in the comments saying they had the same experience. So obviously, they
okay,
just did
yeah.
it to themselves.
Interesting.
You know,
Yeah.
can't serve fucking bad food and have bad service, and
You're not
If
going
I
to
found-
survive. Yeah.
If I can find one thread online of more than 3 people agreeing that a restaurant sucks for the same reasons, I'm definitely not going to that
Oh, of
restaurant.
course. Yeah.
but you gotta
So-
be wise on where you look at those reviews.
Yes.
Because
yeah,
I've
yeah.
gone on Google reviews where people don't like a restaurant or they give it like I went to a pizza place in Burlington, Vermont,
Yeah.
where this guy had like 2.5 stars on Google. And it was really because of his attitude. You could watch
Oh,
look
really?
at the reviews, like, oh, this guy kicked me out of his restaurant. He did this, he did that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I went to the restaurant, best pizza I ever had.
No way.
Number 1 pizza.
What made you decide to go there with 2.5 stars? See if it was
we
really
saw
that
through
bad.
Recommended
reviews?
by a lot of my followers. When I was going out to
Really?
Burlington, I was like, you know, I'm out in Burlington, Vermont this weekend. Give me some good recommendations. A bunch of my followers were sending me places. And a lot of people
Okay.
said, you got to try this place, Pizzeria Ida. Like, I haven't been, but the reviews are crazy. I need to know for sure if it's good or not. Where I went there, the fucking food was unreal.
Okay.
Just the pizza. I mean, it was $40 for a pizza, but it was the best pizza
and
I've
you
ever
had a
had.
good
Really?
experience?
Oh, it's unreal.
No toppings.
All right.
Regular cheese,
$40?
$40.
Oh my! How big was it? Like
It's a
16
good
inch?
size. No, it's a regular, pretty
Okay.
decent size. But I mean, the guy literally like
Damn.
it's him and his girl, and it's just them 2 working, and they're there all day. Everything is hands from from scratch. The guy goes to Italy, hand picks his own ingredients. Everything's
Oh,
imported.
Damn.
Like
Ooh, okay,
fucking-
that's
it's unreal.
$40. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
He's
that.
known as like the pizza Nazi.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if you want to be that.
Little Seinfeld reference.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no.
But I told him that he was laughing at it. He was mad cool when I went there. I
right.
became cool with the guy. He told me I covered his restaurant better than any blogger did in 7 years. So
There you go.
he fucks with me.
You earned his respect.
Yeah,
For some reason, a lot of people didn't like him, but whatever.
it's because his attitude. He's not really a front of the house kind of guy.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But his pizza is unreal. I mean, everything he does like sandwiches, pizza, and desserts.
Okay.
And the menu changes weekly. Some of the pizzas are the same every week, and then they'll do like some specialty stuff.
Okay.
But
I
he
like
does
that.
everything homemade.
Nice.
Does
So
a
you've been
great
to
job.
Burlington, Vermont. You've been.
Burlington's a sneaky good food city.
Is it?
I didn't expect it to be that good. I think I went to 8 or 9 restaurants out there.
Oh,
Every
wow.
one of them were good.
Okay.
Did you by any chance go to it's a culinary hotel? It's called the Essex. It's up there.
In Burlington?
It's I don't know if it's like right outside Burlington. It's one
I
of the
wasn't
towns.
there, no.
I gotta find it because I the only time I've ever been up there, I stayed there, and it was like there was like we didn't like book it in time, but there's like a restaurant in that hotel that's like hard to get, I guess, and
Really?
it was and it's supposed to be really nice, but it's that area. Let me see if I can find the town.
Is it Hen of the Wood? Is that the restaurant? Sound familiar?
This is a few years ago.
Because
So
I know
I'm
Hen of
not-
the Wood. I don't know if it was in a hotel, but I went there. That was like the more fancier restaurant I went to, and that was fucking phenomenal.
So you said you went to 7 or 8 places there?
Yeah, 2
How-
nights.
2 nights.
Yeah.
So you're really getting it in. That's
Yeah.
crazy. You're going one restaurant to another.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
The first night I was there, I did like 4 restaurants.
You ever when you finish, are you just like
I'm ready to go again.
you ready to go again? You just like to eat?
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of food. That's dedication. You know, a lot of these food bloggers aren't doing that.
No.
You know,
Even the ones I talk to, they're like, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go like, 3 nights a week. I'll go out to eat. I'm like, 3 nights a week? I
Yeah.
go like 3 times a night.
that's awesome. That's awesome. So, what other places outside of Massachusetts in New England have you been to? I saw you were up in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I've been going to New Hampshire a lot because it's just really easy to get to.
Yeah,
So I've been going around like Manchester and Raymond and just, southern New Hampshire.
I learned from you that Manchester is apparently the chicken tender capital.
Yeah, I guess so.
I didn't
Puritan
know.
Backroom is like the inventors of the chicken tender.
That's
It's
crazy.
just a bunch of places.
Isn't
Yeah.
that insane?
Somebody invented the chicken tender. I,
guess
just
so.
kind of thought it happened. I don't know.
Yeah, the guy
That's
made it for
crazy.
his kids. He was just taking like scraps of the chicken, I guess. And
Huh.
he was like in the 70s, early 70s. He
Okay.
invented the
That
chicken
late?
tender.
We didn't have chicken tenders in the 60s.
I know, right?
That's nuts.
He was
Oh
just eating
my
the full
God.
rotisserie chicken.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Were they that good in Manchester? The chicken tenders?
It was good, but I don't
How good can a chicken tender be, really?
know. Have
Oh.
you ever been to Mama Goo's in Cambridge?
I haven't, but I've
I
heard
think
it's
those are
amazing.
probably the
Goodness.
best tenders I've had.
Okay.
Those are fucking great.
Okay.
What's your dipping sauce for chicken tenders? Honey mustard?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's got to be the good
Honey mustard or duck sauce or sweet and sour, something like that.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna stop trying to like look things up during the podcast. You got to give us a
You're
list
good.
after, and then
got you.
we'll figure it out. That sounds great. So, we talked about this with some of the other food people. It's like categories of things. Like we were talking about pizza a little bit before, so I guess we'll go through one part of this. Here is the North Shore, South Shore. There's some slight differences in our cuisines.
Yeah.
Like you guys are known for the beefs, and we're known for some reason
Frozen
bar
pizzas,
pizza.
yeah.
Frozen pizzas.
And I will say, I'm not proud of that. Like I don't like
South
them.
Shore bar
No,
pizza.
as a South Shore guy, I'm not bragging about bar pizza.
No, they're not good. They're always
No,
overdone.
Good.
I'm
You're
not
a
a big
good
fan. of them.
Southerner, then, you know.
Yeah,
when I
we're
do
the
my fucking,
Southerners.
when I do the South Shore bar pizzas, I did the town spot. I had Big Frank and my other kid Metro on there, my girl, and we were shitting on it because it just wasn't good.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were coming to like, stay in the North Shore. South Shore bar pizza's better than beefs. I'm like, bro, you out of your mind?
That's not true. Yeah,
It's not, and it's not better than any. It's not better than a lot of other kinds of pizzas you can get.
No.
The only
around
pizza
here.
I think
It's
is
like,
better than is maybe deep dish.
Okay,
I don't like deep dish.
deep dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
Not-
not good.
not
I
big
don't
on
like
deep
deep
dish
dish,
either.
and I don't like Greek pizza. And bar pizza's
Not
kind
big
of
on
like Greek pizza.
It is.
It's just like a
small
smaller
Greek
version
pizza.
of Greek pizza.
Yeah, you're right
There
about
is.
that.
I want to quickly shout out West Hanover Pizzeria in Hanover, Massachusetts. That was like my hometown pizza place, and it was either that or Mamma Mia's. Mamma Mia's is like the Italian, obviously, like your classic crust and whatnot. Westie's was not a bar pizza, but there was almost like they I think they brushed the crust or something, so like it, but it wasn't like a heavy garlic flavor, so it just had, I don't know how to explain it. It was like a meaty pizza, but also had like a little crisp to it. I don't know how they did it. They still do it. They're still there. So go
This
check
one's
it out.
Mamma Mia's.
No, this is Westie's, West Hanover Pizza. Everyone just calls it Westie's. They're also known for their buffalo chicken calzone. So if you're ever in the South Shore, I'd say check it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely not done trying South Shore. I've only been to
Yeah.
2 places. I've been to Linwood and Town Spa.
Okay.
Linwood wasn't bad. I guess that's like the number one
Yeah, that's
bar
what they
pizza.
say.
It
Yeah.
wasn't bad. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I wasn't crazy about it. But Town Spa was just nasty.
Yeah.
That shit was gross. It was better cold. I literally took it home and ate it that night.
Okay.
That shit's better now.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So
I
I'm
remember
not done trying
Squires
it.
in
This-
Hanover had a
Squires
decent,
was pretty good.
decent
Yeah.
bar pizza.
It
yeah.
honestly though probably was frozen pizza. I bet they just threw that shit
I mean,
together.
if I've had a few drinks and you put a bar pizza in front of me, like I'm gonna
Oh,
enjoy
yeah.
it, but it's not my favorite kind of pizza.
I'd
I
go
could
there-
enjoy anything. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not my preference.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in the North Shore. I'm not going to drive South Shore for a bar pizza.
no,
No
absolutely
way.
not.
Yeah, I couldn't. I would think you were crazy.
Yeah.
And I hate when they come in those little bags. It's all greasy and shit. It drives me crazy.
So, what is your favorite pizza in the Boston area?
Square Deli in Everett I just had in December. They were fucking phenomenal.
Okay,
Square Deli's good. Blue Square Pizza's really good in Hopkinton.
All
Not
right.
really Boston area though.
Blue Square. That's where my office is.
In Hopkinton?
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
write
we'll
that
go to
down.
Blue Square next.
Square
They got
Pizza?
4 different styles. There's like Chicago Cracker Thin.
Okay,
There's Detroit style, Grandma style, New York style.
Detroit
all of them.
style. What do you think about Detroit style pizza?
It's not my favorite.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that's something
It's
that
heavy.
I feel like has gotten big over the last few years.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
yeah.
I mean, one like probably
That's
2
my complaint
slices
with
is max.
the deep dish too. Too heavy.
I don't like deep dish.
Yeah.
I really only had it at Uno's, like, but just the look of it, I'm like, this. How do you even eat that?
Yeah, yeah. No.
Oh, that's crazy.
So what? This is a debate we had with Pete, your guy Pete from the North End.
Okay,
Best restaurant in the North End.
Carmelina's.
Carmelina's.
He
He,
said,
did say
I know-
Carmelina's too.
He meant they were honorable mention, but Ben
he said
Cotto's was his
Bencotto
favorite.
and
Mancado's
Carmelina's.
is solid.
Okay.
It's more of a pizza place though. I wouldn't really like say it's better than Carmelina's,
Okay.
Okay.
you know, but it's definitely a good spot.
My family has an obsession with Francesca's, and I'm over it to be honest. I like it, but I'm like we go every time, and I want to go, other places.
Yeah,
So that
there's a
was,
lot of restaurants out there. A lot of them are just yuppie tourist traps.
yeah.
Just chicken palms and masalas and shit. Nothing special.
Is that how you feel about La Familia Giorgio, which is kind of like one of the? I feel like that's kind of like.
I
a
think
tourist-
Giorgio's is probably like. I love the owners too. Like the family's amazing.
Oh, so you got to be careful. We're talking shit about people you know. Maybe.
That's fine. I gave them a review and I said the food isn't nothing special. But
Oh,
I mean,
good.
if
Okay,
you are
okay,
gonna come
yeah.
here, like it's a good spot to go because you are like it's the experience. You're in the
Right.
North End. You're eating
Yeah.
Italian food,
And it's not
cheap
terrible,
over there.
obviously.
It's cheap.
Okay.
It's like $20. You're getting a plate of pasta that's gonna feed you for 2 days.
Yeah, exactly.
there you
That's my
go.
favorite
So it's
thing.
real family style dining kind of restaurant. I
Yeah.
like Giorgio's because of that.
What about Strega?
I love the Verano family.
Okay.
Don't really like the restaurant itself.
Okay.
But I will say it's probably the funnest restaurant to dine at. Like they got the vibe down.
That's the celebrity spot.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So
Yeah.
you go there, you're gonna have a good time. The food might be, nothing special, but you're gonna have a great time while you're in there.
Yeah.
I can't remember, is Fiore still there?
Fiore's just no, they're gone.
They were like a factory though. You were just like, they had, like 4 floors or whatever.
Yeah, Fiore's was cool. I don't know. Ari is really good. Mama Maria.
What's the quickest you've seen a restaurant open and then close in the North End?
In the North End. I don't know.
I bet there's some that haven't lasted very long because it's obviously,
Probably Pinkberry.
I could see that. I could see
Pinkberry
that.
was there
Oh,
for,
that's
like,
right
less
on
than a year.
Hanover
Makes a lot
Street,
of
wasn't it?
sense.
That
Yeah,
was
my
like,
father had the corner store. It's literally right across the street from me.
oh, dude, that's iconic.
the
That's
Kana
crazy.
store is iconic.
Yeah.
So that's your dad's place?
It was, yeah.
That's
my
fucking
God.
awesome.
That closed down a year ago.
Oh,
It's not
closed
there?
down?
Yeah.
Damn.
I thought, what's so crazy? I was there recently. I was getting a gift card for Francesca's for someone in my family. And I I was looking across on that corner, and that's where it was, right? Because I remember I was like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe it's the next block. I was like,
Coffee
maybe I'm
shop
fucking-
now.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
so crazy. Oh
There
my
wasn't
God.
enough of those in the North End.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
right?
you can't
Exactly.
get coffee anywhere. Oh my gosh! So now I'm actually remembering this right now. There's like an old family memory by association. So do you know a restaurant? It was right on Hanover Street called Piccolo Venezia.
I don't think so.
It was around a little while ago. It was so like my dad's cousin owned it, and he like wasn't Italian or anything. And I guess he like had an Italian friend that like I don't know, there were some neighborhood beefs or whatever.
Yeah.
To get the spot, he like had to like make some friends or whatever. And I was like, oh my goodness, but he doesn't have it anymore. But he had it for a little while, and I didn't know anyone who like, just by like association who has places in the North End. We didn't know each other at the time, but that's like a huge thing, And I was just curious because the restaurant is where it was like one of the first ones on the right, like right there. What's there now? Because it's Mother Anna's and then something else. I think it was that.
I
Not
don't know.
Dulce
What's over
Vita.
there? Tresca's over there.
It might have been where that is.
I don't know. Tresca's been there a while, I think. I don't know what's there now. I don't really go to the North End much anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I used to go, I grew up there. When my father had the store still, I'd go out just to like say what's up with him.
Mm-hmm.
But now that he's not there anymore, I don't really even go out there.
Okay.
I go a few times a year just to like go to Umberto's or Carmelina's, but
You ever go to Antico Forno?
yeah, they're not bad. They're pretty
Yeah.
good over there.
All right. I like that place. Owen had a bad
I
experience.
talked
there.
shit about them one time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just like everything out there, it's if you go during feast season, you're gonna have probably a bad experience because they're just catering to the the yuppies and the tourists and all that shit.
Yeah, we got
So they
bumped.
know.
Our table was moved because a larger party came in, and it was terrible. So I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah,
We just straight up left. It was crazy.
Neptune Oyster is really good. But It's
Okay.
not Italian. It's a seafood restaurant, so it gets overlooked.
Yeah.
It's on Salem Street. Poof, really good.
Okay.
Great seafood.
Nice.
What do you-
Speaking go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what are your go-to seafood spots?
Neptune Oyster is one of them.
Yep.
The Lobster Claw in North Reading. I was just there not too long ago.
Okay.
They had really good stuff. Their fish sandwich was phenomenal. Belle Isle. Love Belle Isle.
That's Winthrop, right?
That's Winthrop, yeah.
They're really good. I was there. My buddy lived right by there once, and I think I bought one of everything on the menu because I got like it's big portions. I remember it
Yeah.
being like I got
Lobster
a lot
was
of
ginormous.
yeah. It was great. I got like I think I got a fish sandwich, a burger, like a salmon plate, and like a bunch of rice. I just got like way too much, and I remember eating it, like being like, I did not know. I knew I was ordering a lot, but I didn't know I was ordering like a family's worth of food. I was like, Jesus.
Seafood, yeah, it's expensive too.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, it added up, but I had to give
You
it a
get,
shot.
you get blessed with seafood over here.
Yes.
The North Shore, everywhere up in North, then up in Maine. The
Yeah.
more north you go.
You said you're gonna make it to Portland at some point, right?
This summer, yeah, I definitely
summer?
plan to go to Maine again. I was
Yeah.
in Ogunquit last summer. I was in like the Ogunquit Wells, that area.
Okay.
This next time I want to go even further north, Portland, and even further than that.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with seafood up there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they got the best lobsters.
In the world. That's what they
Yeah.
say.
That is what they say. You know what's so crazy? I was somewhere one time where they were trying to be like authentic and fresh, and to a degree it was, but they had a lobster. I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll show you. Dead on the plate with the other fish. And I was like, you can't be doing that. Like we got this thing's got to be freshly, boiled. I would never have eaten a already dead lobster when I saw it on the plate. I was like, nah, it wasn't cooked. This was all raw. They were like, pick the one that we will cook for you. And I was like, not that previously dead lobster.
Where was
That's
this?
insane. I don't want to disparage any places, but it was
It was in Maine.
no,
was
it
in
wasn't
Maine?
in the U.S.,
Oh,
but it was.
okay. All right.
But it was, anyways, I just couldn't believe it. So, because you said the world, and I was like, it's true. They were trying to be fancy
yeah.
with this thing, and I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God, it's already dead. That's crazy. But yeah. Do you ever do sushi?
Yeah.
So what are your favorite sushi spots in Boston? Affordable, because I've noticed you're not always hitting straight up restaurants. Like sometimes it's more like sandwich places is what it sounds like you're doing, like somewhere you're doing a little bit
I mean,
of
I
both.
do the restaurants, but it's a lot easier to, hit more places when you're just doing little delis and
For sure.
beef spots and shit like that.
So
And when I do hit the restaurants, I try to stay out of Boston.
Okay. Why's that?
It's more expensive. It's just there's so much good restaurants outside of Boston. I'd rather give my business to.
And they all
than go
probably
in the
have
city.
parking lots too.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. Like, if you want to go to a nice steak dinner, you could go to anywhere in Boston, Capitol Grill, Moo, Eddie V's. But you could go to Burlington. They got all those same places with free parking, and it's just a lot more easier to get to.
Yeah.
Makes sense,
That makes a lot of sense.
The whole atmosphere is a lot more common and settling. With Boston, it's just fucking crazy.
Definitely. So the reason I bring that up is because some sushi places are like all you can eat. They just have fast turnover, but it's still good sushi.
All you
know?
could eat sushi. I'm not a big fan of.
Really? So
Yeah.
what places?
I don't
are-
really like any all you could eat kind of stuff.
Okay. What I understand where you're coming from, but what's your reason specifically?
It's just cheaper quality.
Okay.
They're just
But you
pumping
don't
it
think?
out.
Well, that's true. But I feel like to an extent though, the turnover is like what can make it at least be better. But I know what you mean. The higher quality, having had both, is undeniable. But
Yeah.
is there something that's like good for the value in some of those, and what? I guess this is a 2-part question. Good for the value sushis, and what would you consider to be like the highest end sushi?
I don't even know. I don't really even go to sushi places that much. But I guess if you go to any kind of real authentic Japanese spot, you're gonna get some really good sushi.
Okay.
I was at Omori Izakaya in Brookline. That's real authentic Japanese.
Okay.
But their sushi was really good. It wasn't
Is that the
I mean,
one
it
that
was
has
20-something
it
bucks.
looks like they got the house? It's decorated inside. There's it's like a garden inside.
No, I don't know.
I might be thinking of somewhere else. I went there one time. I just didn't remember the name.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Blue
well,
Commer in Danvers is really good too. But that's another thing. This year, I gotta start doing a lot more diverse stuff. I should start going to more Japanese places.
when you make these decisions, are you thinking this is the type of cuisine I'm going to try this week, and I'm going to do one of each, or is it just because you asked us what was good around here? Is it just where you happen to be? You're going to just see what's around and try
pretty
stuff?
much.
or-
I mean, I have a list of restaurants. When I'll just search the web.
Yeah.
What's the best places, and I'll just write them down on my phone. So I got places in Rhode Island I want to try, Massachusetts I want to try, all over the place.
How long is that list right now?
It's not too long.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you
Growing
There's probably
Yeah.
60 restaurants on there.
That's
Which is
that's
still
pretty
pretty
long,
good.
yeah,
man.
I was
Fucking
like-
gotta, for you, you can knock that out in a month.
Oh
Probably.
yeah.
When you say not too long, I'm there's probably 6 or 7 or something on
Yeah,
there.
right.
There's 60.
What's
to
the
80.
most
Damn.
restaurants you've gone to in a day?
4 or 5.
Okay, that's a long day.
Yeah.
That's a long day. But
I eat it too.
Yeah,
That's not just taking a bite.
We're
for
not
the
wasting
camera.
food here.
I hate
Yeah.
wasting
Yeah.
food.
yeah.
Are you
I eat it.
brunching?
Brunch?
Hitting the brunch spots?
No.
No?
No. Yuppies.
Ladies
I don't
love
like
it, dude.
brunch.
Too many yuppies.
It's the yuppies, and it's just it's all the shit that they want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
that is a good.
I
point.
actually was told once, I don't know where I heard this, but it was from a credible culinary source saying don't eat hollandaise sauce because it's usually just been sitting around for a while. It's ingredients that can go bad really
I've
easily.
seen. I think Anthony Bourdain said that.
That might have been
It
it.
might
yeah.
have been, but I don't. I like hollandaise sauce.
Okay.
Same, yeah. Eggs Benny can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But if you're having a 2 p.m. brunch, maybe they're not the
brunch.
best.
I just
but-
don't like brunch at all. I mean, it's fucking. You're gonna pay $20-something for some eggs.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
I don't like brunch.
No.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been on many brunch dates, unfortunately, but I don't even say
Ladies
it like,
love brunch. We'll
Yeah.
say that.
I don't even say it like unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. Like the food is often like they'll be like, oh, waffle bites or something, and they're just like stale. They're not like
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You know, that has
The
happened to me.
girls
a
like
bunch.
it because you just, you know, you get
Sip
to have
some
mimosas.
mimosas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my girl's not a drinker, so I don't have to worry about that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You know?
I remember one time I was like, well, I don't want a mimosa because the reason is purely because I don't like champagne. It always like annoys my stomach when I have it. So
Same.
I was like, oh, I'll get one of these like Irish coffees or something. And then having an Irish coffee like earlier in the day is so weird.
Yeah.
It's just like my day was like, I was like up and down. I was
Yeah.
like, I feel so strange. Like when it started wearing off, I was
Yeah,
like,
you're like, do I
"Ugh."
keep drinking now? Like,
This is-
now
oh
what
my
happens?
God. It just,
I just
it's
don't like
uncomfortable.
alcohol in general. Like I just hate
Oh,
the
you're
taste
not a
of
drinker?
It's a good point. Yeah.
That's a good way to be.
it. I just hate it. So when I
Yeah.
go out, I want like a Diet Coke, a root beer, you know,
Nice DC.
maybe a
feel
fucking
that.
sparkling water.
There you go.
I don't like alcohol. It's a
Wait,
waste
so
of money.
you said Kelly's is trash, right?
Yeah,
But don't they have like the best tartar sauce? Is
the
that what it
tartar
is?
sauce is great.
Okay.
Isn't
Great
tartar
honey
sauce
mustard,
just mayonnaise and
Okay.
pickles, right?
Apparently they have the best one.
Yeah,
What
but-
makes theirs different?
Kelly's has their own recipe. I don't know
Okay.
if other places do it and they just don't do it right.
I'm guessing they do a little less mayonnaise and a little more pickles.
I used to work at Kelly, so
Oh,
it's,
really?
it's
really?
a lot of mayonnaise.
Oh, really?
So you can tell us the process. All
The
right.
tub was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this big, and you go in, you saran wrap your whole arms, you just get in there and mix it all.
No way. Hey, at least you guys are being food safe. That's
That's
good to know.
hilarious.
Serve safe and
But
whatnot.
you, I don't know, they would like squeeze the relish, so you put it in like a bag, and you
Yeah.
tie it up, and you just start squeezing the hell out of it, so the relish is dry as shit.
I'd love for a video
Then
of
you
that,
fucking
dude.
saute the onions. Well, not saute them, you fucking blend them,
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
and that's it. Just mayonnaise, dried relish, and blended onion.
What's the
Oh,
secret
but that's
to
an
it?
extra part, right? Is
I don't
onion
know if
normal-
people do the onion.
Yeah,
I
that
know
might
Kelly's
be the,
does it, and that's I don't know, Kelly's has the best tartar sauce. So I don't
that's the
know.
secret
Yeah.
sauce, dude. You just
Okay.
gave it away.
And
What's
the
the
honey
secret
mustard.
to a perfect beef, though?
The right beef, well,
Delivery
you need
day.
it sliced thin,
Yeah.
a little on the rare side.
It's got to be pink.
Yeah, but not all the way pink. Like,
Okay.
it's still a roast beef, so you still want like a little brownness, roastiness to it.
Yeah.
You know, the all pink beefs are like the new wavy beefs where they sous vide it.
I've
So
seen
it's
a
like-
lot on
Oh,
the
yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
group where they just like looks like they like squish it together and it's like it looks like a barbell with the
Yeah, some
two
people do
buns
that.
on it.
I don't like that.
yeah, that looks weird.
I
to
want
me.
it sliced and laid. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking compact it.
Yeah.
But you know, you want to slice thin. You want it on the rare side, a little roastiness to it. You want a little seasoning on the beef. Sometimes the beef just got no flavor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then you just want the right sauce to mayo ratio. Cheese on the bottom, nicely griddled bun.
Cheese has to be on the bottom.
North Shore beef standards.
It's funny.
All right.
I make my like deli sandwiches cheese on the bottom, but if I'm getting it somewhere, I want it on top. I don't know why.
I like the cheese on top, but on the beef, it makes sense to put it on the bottom because then it's not sliding around. So it
Right.
just sits
That
nice
does
and
make sense.
You know, I used to put it on when I worked at Kelly's. That was all I knew.
Yeah.
Just cheese on top, and then like out of nowhere, probably the last few years since I've been following North Shore beefs,
Yeah.
he's all cheese on the bottom. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that makes sense.
I've also noticed like whatever sauce you have on it is usually to complement the meat. And if you ever layer a cheese between the meat and the sauce, now it's just sliding around on the cheese. You know, you're not like
Yeah.
you're not maximizing your flavors here. So I don't know. You know, here's the thing. I don't know all the math about like how you bite into a sandwich and like whether that's gonna hit the juices first or whatever. But this is just how I feel.
Yeah.
That
The
the
thing with the
meats
North
and the
Shore
sauce
beefs
has got to
is
touch.
like, because of the Facebook group, it's become so competitive and everyone's trying to outdo each other.
Yeah.
People are coming up with different methods, trying to, you know, be innovative and stuff. But there's definitely the right way to do it.
It's a sandwich, you know. It's
yeah.
a Krabby Patty. You can only make
but
it
it's
one
all
way.
people's opinions on which one's the best are always changing. It seems like.
To me, it's like, yeah, it's tough to choose the best. I mean, the butcher is the best. So, you know, you take the butcher out of the equation, and then you got like Bella's and Londy's and Zeno's and Pete's and Nick's and Burlington, and they're all fucking phenomenal beefs.
Yeah.
At that point, it's all just opinionated. I
When
don't
you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
the butcher, do you mean like an actual butcher shop? Go get a fresh piece.
It is an
sliced?
actual butcher shop, but it's called the Modern Butcher.
Oh,
And
I
they
didn't
only
realize
do beefs
that.
on Saturdays.
Only on Saturdays.
Only on Saturdays.
That's so crazy. We were just talking to Tommy.
He went to a place that doesn't serve
yeah,
on Saturdays.
only on Saturdays they don't do it,
Really?
and he was there like, what the fuck? So
Tommy
yeah.
eats beefs.
No, this was Tommy DeVito.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking
he's
about.
been
Oh, I thought you were like saying somebody else's name.
No,
I was like, oh shit, there's a guy.
I'm cool with
Tommy.
Tommy. I don't know if I ever seen him eat a beef.
He's we asked him about it. He said he's been trying them. I think he's tried like 2 places so far.
I'm gonna have to hit him up. I'll
So-
take him to a beef spot.
Yeah.
But the
Show
butcher's
him
the
what's up.
best.
Okay,
And
Modern
if you
Butcher.
go to the
What
butcher,
town is that in?
Danvers.
Danvers.
So you go there on a Saturday, you're gonna be waiting in line for maybe an hour, hour and a half.
Okay.
Unless you show up at like 9 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got to do this one day.
Even like this weekend when it's gonna be fucking 15 degrees out, there's gonna be a line.
Do you think
That's
any of this
insane.
has to do with like the delivery day of when they get the fresh slab of beef?
No.
No?
No.
Really, I
just-
feel like that's why
Because
people
they're a
pick
legit
different
butcher
places.
shop. So like you go there, you get your legit like pork loins and all that stuff. They got sausage lineups every week.
But that
Crazy
place
sausages.
you're saying is the best, so they're always keeping a fresh one on deck. I mean, like when people used to say like Kelly's was the best or like whatever place is the best, is it because like when they went, they were there on a fresh day and they're like, oh, I got the best freshest
No,
beef.
because these beef places, they're getting beefs fresh every day.
every day, no matter
Yeah,
what.
I mean,
Okay,
you gotta
yeah,
fucking make those beefs fresh every day. You're not eating like a day old beef.
I believe it.
You'll
but
know the difference if it's a
Yeah.
day old beef.
All right.
I just wouldn't put it past certain places to like. I mean, I'm sure if they're turning over everything, there's got to be some slab left over that's going to get served the next day. It's going in the fridge or whatever. You know, that's like how I feel. Why people like
The
have
top
different
beef
opinions.
places won't do that.
They're tossing them.
They're tossing.
Wow.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be
Okay.
very surprised if Ted Londy over at Londy's is giving you a day old beef.
I mean,
He
if your
takes pride
margins
in
are
it,
good
you know?
enough, I could totally see that. I just
It's
like
become so competitive that they're all
Yeah, because
not
you don't know
cutting
who's going to
corners.
stop by, and you don't want to serve a bad beef and be known as fucking, you know,
Right.
you're getting seen on the North Shore Beef Group by 80,000 people.
Oh,
that this
There-
place serves
places
shit
are getting
beef.
ripped
Yeah.
apart on that group every
Yeah.
day.
They're ruthless on there.
I
They
wish
really are.
we had that for sub shops on the South Shore because there was a place in my town. R.I.P. because it's gone. I believe they're just a catering business now. I think they're still around like just as a catering business, but there was a sub shop called Go-Go's right on Hanover Street, and it was just like good subs, like meaty, thick subs, like with everything in them. Like the ingredients were fresh, the rolls were fresh every day, and they threw away the rolls and got new ones every day. So it was like whatever came in was fresh, and you know, always better than D'Angelo's, whatever you like. Jersey Mike's wasn't there at the time, but just a great sub shop. Then somebody else bought the business, changed out the rolls for like cheap grocery store rolls. Everything was a little different, deli meats, like, and it just the place closed and became just like a catering business. And guys, if you're listening, you fucked up. So any other places listening, I just wanted to know. Keep that shit fresh. That was long winded of me to say, but like when you say they throw the beefs away, I'm like, it sounds crazy to throw food away. Like it could be good tomorrow, but you want the best shit.
Yeah,
And,
I
like,
can't speak truthfully on that. I mean, they might
Yeah.
they're beef masters. These guys been doing it for 30-something years.
Yeah.
They probably know a way to savor the beef if they do have like a full fucking beef left,
Right.
you know? But I
I'm
doubt
sure.
they're like, you know, they're not serving nasty beefs. Like,
No.
Yeah.
someone like
of
Ted
course not.
Londy or the guy Harry up at Bella's in North Andover, these guys know beef.
They serve one nasty beef and someone reviews it, they're done. Like
Yeah.
you said.
Like
So-
Harry in North Andover, when he goes on vacation, he shuts down. So he doesn't trust someone to make a beef the way that he makes
No.
it.
I love that.
Oh, that is
That's
great.
the kind of
I mean,
place I want to go.
Yeah, like that's your name on it. You don't want a bad beef coming out
Right.
of your restaurant.
Right.
You take pride in that shit.
I love it.
Oh, it's funny. That just reminds me. Checkmate sub shop right at the bottom of the street here. I don't know if they'll be open when we wrap up, but they also went on vacation and closed. I don't know if they have anything on their menu that like couldn't be made by somebody else, but they did the same thing. So
Yeah.
They're on that
Sometimes it's just
authenticity.
easier to close, you know,
yeah,
Yeah.
than let someone else run the business.
Absolutely.
Better to close down for a few days.
yeah. Somehow all the sales were in cash, and
Yeah.
you don't know what happened.
So what about barbecue? Any good barbecue spots?
The Rusty Can's the best barbecue in Mass.
Where's that?
Byfield.
Byfield?
Yeah, you never heard of it.
I've never heard of Byfield before. Where is that?
It's like fucking north of Revere. Like you gotta go.
Okay.
Like, it's like in the woods.
Is it part of North Shore or is it like
No, I wouldn't say it's the North Shore, but
Okay.
it's probably more northwest of Revere, so it's more off the shore.
How long's that been there?
I don't even know. Not too
Yeah.
long. Probably less than 5 years, 6 years.
Okay. And
I
they're
don't
just-
know for sure, but it's probably around that
And
time.
they're the best already?
The best.
What makes them the best?
You got to go and find out.
All right. I'm down.
But that place is unreal. They have different specials every day. They got a brisket 3-way. Oof. They got a
Brisket
brisket bomb.
three-way.
It's like a steak and cheese, but all brisket.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow, a
Wow.
lot of crazy shit there. If you go on Thursdays, they do the nachos.
Damn. All right. Yeah, we got to try that place.
You'll leave with the meat sweats, but you'll be happy.
That's all right.
Meat sweats were just recently mentioned on here too, an episode ago or something. I think so.
That's
yeah.
what we get. We're doing food blogs now.
Yeah,
so.
that's
Yeah.
funny. We're getting
The
meat
last time
sweats.
I went up there, I split the nacho. The nacho was like this big.
That's
It
crazy.
was like
shit.
$21. It had mad shredded pork on it. Fucking mad.
How'd you
toppings.
hear about this place? Were people just like raving about it,
Yeah.
telling you had to go?
Yeah, a few people told me I had to go. I went there twice already, but the last time I went, I got those nachos, and I split a brisket bomb with my boy. So we got the nachos and the brisket bomb as an appetizer. Then I got a pastrami pork belly as a sandwich, and he
Yeah.
got the beef.
I
I
love it.
ate a good amount of it.
Yeah.
I was fucking dying.
That's what I mean, dude. You must
That's
be
a
feeling
big, heavy fucking meal.
at the end of some of these days. You must be feeling it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Depends on what I'm eating.
You must be taking some wild shits at the end of the day.
Are we trying to expose this man right
I'm
now?
just saying, this dude's eating a lot in one day.
Fast metabolism.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we'll cut all this out.
It's starting to catch up a little bit. The older
No, you look
get-
great. Is
See,
there
I don't,
like
I
a-
don't trust these skinny food bloggers though. I feel like they're not trying everything.
Yeah,
You know?
probably.
Are you working it off? Are you doing fitness at all too, or is
Yeah, I
it-
run 3 miles every day.
no
do you,
way,
Do
really?
you lift with
Every
Tommy
day.
DeVito?
No,
He does do
I
a
don't
team
really
lift
lift.
with the boys.
I don't
Okay.
lift at all. Really, weights are too heavy.
Yeah. Weights are too heavy, dude.
That's funny. 3 miles a day though, outside.
No, I'll, in the summertime maybe I'll run on the beach,
Okay,
but I just go to the gym 3 miles a day.
on the beach like Rocky. Damn, your
Yeah.
legs must be crazy.
Well, I live close to the beach, so I get to run.
Nice.
5-6 minutes over to Lynn Beach. It stinks like shit, but you know,
It's probably motivation to get out of there
yeah,
faster.
you run faster,
Yeah.
I love
or
it.
you fucking die. I don't know.
Hey,
It's
not
one or
bad.
the other. Lynn Beach stinks.
I definitely admire people that stick to running because running sucks, dude.
Yeah, I hate running.
It is. I
one of
think
those
cardio
things.
is the most important out of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could lift and
Probably.
you're gonna stay in shape, but running's like
Right, yeah. I just
work on your
recently
stamina.
got a stationary bike because I got to keep going somewhere.
I
was
gotta
like,
get my cardio up. It's
I-
always a wake up call when I end up like playing basketball randomly and I haven't ran in months and I'm like, oh no.
Yes, I used to go to
Oh,
LA
you did.
Fitness, and that would be my cardio. I'd fucking just play like 3-4 hours of ball,
Yeah.
and it's like fun. You don't even realize you're working out. You're just having a good time.
Yeah, I much prefer that to just running.
Yeah, definitely. I play
Running's
in a
so
league on
boring.
Monday nights, so I definitely, I love to just show up and just get my running.
There you go.
I like to play more.
There you go.
I love playing ball.
Celtics fan, obviously.
Big Celtics fan.
Big Celtics fan.
Season ticket for 8 years now.
Season tickets, really?
no way.
That's crazy.
I
That's
called
awesome.
them up the day after they drafted Jason Tatum.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
I
So
got
you-
those tickets.
You've been there for the whole Tatum era.
Hell yeah. I knew
Same
it was
ones? You
coming.
moved up at all?
I moved up.
Nice.
Nice.
Do they give you the options? They must tell you.
Yeah,
right?
but
Okay.
it gets expensive. So it's way
I'm
more.
sure.
But like from this year to last year it was like $4,500 more for the year.
Oh my god.
You win that championship.
Oh yeah,
everything goes
sell
up.
like one playoff game and
Yeah.
you make all your money back.
I mean, I split it with my buddy, my booking manager. Actually, we had 3 seats when we started. We have 4 now.
Okay.
But
Nice.
we're like probably like maybe 20 to 25 feet from the hoop on the visitor side.
You try to go to every game?
I sell every game.
Nice.
I've been to 1 game this year.
Oh, damn. All right.
Yeah. I've been to so many
Stonks.
games. I don't even care about going. I'd rather watch from home.
Yeah,
I just sell the tickets. It's a good investment.
that is a good
Makes sense.
investment, definitely.
Yeah.
So we're
damn,
winning it
that's
all
the
again this
secret.
year?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, there's been some scares, but I feel like we're
Nah, I mean,
we're pacing ourselves.
It's
for
just
the
every
playoffs.
year, we're in the middle of the season, so teams just start slacking off a bit.
Yeah,
After the All-Star break, you snap right back into it.
yeah. The fact that we won last year makes me a lot more comfortable.
Yeah,
Like,
we
we're
did have it. A
battle-tested.
lot of people talk shit on Celtics fans, but we did have an easy road. Everyone was injured.
Oh yeah, no,
Every
we
time
did.
we played. I mean, we didn't.
But
have
we did what we were
Porzingis,
supposed to
but-
do.
Yeah.
We almost swept
I mean,
every series.
if the Heat was still healthy, if the Cavs were healthy, the Pacers were healthy for a game and a half,
yeah.
I don't see us losing any one of those games.
No,
Any
we
one of
still
those
would have
teams.
won. It just wouldn't have been as easy.
It probably wouldn't have been fucking 4-0.
Right.
Probably would have won in 5.
Exactly.
But-
Exactly.
I think we're winning again. The
Yeah.
only ones that could stop us are themselves.
Yeah.
You know.
Not scared of Cleveland.
No, Cleveland. I said like 2 years ago when they got Donovan Mitchell that they're gonna be a legit threat in a couple of years when Mobley gets better and Garland gets better.
They
that
are
team
good.
is fucking built
They are
top
good.
to bottom with Max Strus in the middle,
Yeah.
all-star shooter right there.
Their record is insane right now.
Yeah,
But I
crazy.
feel
They
like
lost
they're
2
going
to
to
the
burn out at
Hawks.
some point. Yeah.
yeah. I think I don't see them losing to anyone in the playoffs besides us, so we'll probably see them in the conference finals.
Most likely.
I would like to play New York in the conference finals.
We need a Boston-New York series.
I don't know.
That would be crazy.
I was hoping for it last year, then the
I know,
Pacers
me
fucking
too.
beat them.
Me too.
I would have made mad
The
money
Knicks
with my
were
tickets.
ready for us. They were chanting, "We want Boston" in the streets and everything, and then they didn't even win the
We would've
series.
split. They had a lot of injuries too, though.
Yeah, I know.
This year they look good though.
Yeah,
Karl Anthony Towns is a beast for them right now.
yeah.
He's playing like he always should have.
I hope they can get it done. I'd like to beat them.
I would love to see them in the conference finals. We might see them in the second round.
Yep. Either way, playoff series Boston New York would be absolute mayhem. Be good for basketball regardless.
Yeah. I have the Grizzlies going out of the West this year.
Okay. How are they doing right now?
Great. I
Yeah.
think they're third in the
Okay.
West.
They missed the playoffs last year, but they had injuries.
Well,
Obviously.
everyone was injured. John Morant was suspended for the first like 20
Right.
games. Came
That's
back,
right.
played like 10, and then got injured.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but now they're back. John Morant's he's another one, another MVP type of season.
Yeah.
This guy's unreal.
Oh, he's one of the best athletes I've ever seen, hands down.
I love watching him play.
Yeah. Some of the best in-game dunks ever. Him and Jaylen Brown have the best in-game dunks of anyone in the league, I think.
Right now, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, him too. Definitely. Definitely. But should be a fun rest of the season. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So you got the Bean Shooter sweatshirt on. I gotta mention that. What's your connection with Bean Shooter? Because that
I
guy's
don't really have
hilarious.
much of a connection. I met him one
Okay.
time, but the Bean Shooter's a good dude.
Yeah.
He might come off as a little, douchey sometimes on Instagram.
Oh, for sure. Like, absolutely. But
He's just
hilarious.
a character, though. Wow, he's a character. In real
He
life,
is who
he's a
he
good
is.
dude.
Yeah.
I fuck with the Bean Shooter.
Yeah. He's a
I
cool
plan
guy.
on doing some videos with him. I'd like to get him out for dinner with us.
That would be great. That would
You
be
know,
good
we
content.
still keep in touch. I'm
Yeah.
cool with him, Johnny Bott. Great guys.
Okay. All right.
Ooh,
What's up?
I got an idea.
What do you got?
You had the idea, so it's not my idea. But team dinners, dude. We should get all the Boston influencers, big long table, team dinners. We
That
all
might be too many people. I don't know.
as many as will come. I bet everyone's not available at the same time.
True.
Team dinners. We're gonna do it.
You let me
You
know.
and I will talk about it. Yeah, and then
That's all I
Jack
do
will
is
come
eat,
if
so.
he's available.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I'm always down for dinner.
Yeah. Right.
Put that on a t-shirt. Do you making merch?
Oh yeah. Do you have merch?
No, I plan on it. It's a process,
Okay.
but I do have ideas. I don't know. It's really overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like I need a team for everything.
Right.
Like
yeah.
I could do it by myself, but it's tough because I have a family, I have work, I do the food blog, I still try to have a social life. You know what I mean? I'm working all day.
Yeah.
You have kids?
I have a stepdaughter.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, responsibilities. That's got to be.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
why going out to dinner sometimes on a weeknight it's tough because I got to get her to bed by like 8:30,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is tough.
and I work till 3:00. I hit the gym, I come home, shower, work on a video, go out to eat.
Days full. Yeah. no.
So that's when you
crazy.
do have a day off. You go to like 5
Oh
places.
yeah, when
in
I
one
go have a day off, like
Yeah.
the weekends, I don't work on the weekends, so I'll wake up, hit the gym, bang out a video, post it, then go out to eat.
There you go.
I'll go out to fucking like have a late breakfast, have a late lunch, go to dinner, and maybe another dinner.
So you're doing all the editing too yourself? You're
Yeah, I do it
you're
all
cutting?
myself.
Dang. Did you? So was that DIY or did you know how to do it beforehand?
I just learned it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
I was doing it off of TikTok.
Okay.
And then I ended up downloading Splice, and then I found CapCut, and I was with CapCut this whole time until they just fucking.
They just shut down.
Oh
banned.
yeah. I think it's back though, right?
It's back, but I offloaded the fucking app because it was taking up so much space. I couldn't download one of the other video apps and do video, so I had to offload
no.
it.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, like, oh, CapCut's back, and I can't download it because it's off the App Store.
Crazy.
So now I'm stuck with Splice until CapCut comes back.
I use Splice.
Oh, that's
all
crazy.
right.
Splice is
so,
cool. I think Splice is better than CapCut as far as like cutting the audio and the audio shows up a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Splice
But
was
CapCut's better with the closed captions and just all the accessories on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. No, there's also an audio thing called Splice.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's for
It's a
plugins.
different thing.
Yeah, or it's like sounds.
I was
yeah.
confused about that at first too. I have a video editing app called Splice. which
That's
is what he's
wild. Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
that's the Splice I know is you
Yeah.
you get like sample libraries of like drums and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they make video too. I wouldn't surprise me, but that's funny.
Do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough though. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I guess you just gave me some new information. is this the same with TikTok too? Like if you had the app, you can still use it
Yeah.
again, but if you
If
can't,
you deleted it, you don't have it. You can't
that's
get it.
crazy, dude.
I don't know
didn't
how.
delete it,
I mean,
thankfully.
I feel like they're gonna put it back on the App Store. I don't see how
Oh.
they can't,
Right.
but I don't
Yeah.
know when. I wish they would just throw CapCut back on there. I
You
miss
might
using
be able
CapCut.
to, if your phone has backups, you could probably like revert back to when you had it on your
doubt
phone. Yeah, you never know. But
Got banned. I don't even understand that.
that is
neither.
crazy. I never had it, so I guess I don't really miss anything. But
On TikTok,
I mean, I'm heavy on the reels. You want,
yeah, I
want
mean,
some
I'm
reels
big on
from me?
Instagram.
No,
I
don't.
literally, when I'm on TikTok, I post on TikTok and then I go right back to Instagram.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I
I
post the
follow
same
like
stuff
90
on
people on
every app.
TikTok. I'm never really on TikTok like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like you gotta at least be on there and put
Yeah,
stuff
if you're
on
gonna
there.
be an
It's like,
influencer,
you
you
gotta
gotta
be on
hit
there.
all. Like I have 17,000 some change followers
on
And,
TikTok.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
like
pretty
I don't
good.
even realize it half the time because I'm never on there. But like, there's
Yeah.
a lot of people when I see people out in the streets and restaurants and shit. They're always like, "Oh, I know you from TikTok,"
Interesting.
and I don't know if they know me from TikTok or it's just easier to say TikTok than Instagram.
Right,
Yeah.
Because
right.
it's technically
That's
the same
true.
thing. You're just watching fucking apps.
I
Reels
call a
and
lot of them
TikTok, it's all the
TikToks,
same
but
shit.
I'm
But
talking about reels.
When
yeah.
when TikTok did get banned, I put a video on there. And I was saying my goodbyes. I was like, I'll probably see you guys in a week. I'm sure TikTok won't be down that long. Blah blah blah.
It's only
that's
2 days.
funny.
Yeah, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, I only follow you on TikTok. I don't have Instagram." I'm like, "Damn, all right." Well,
Follow me on
That's
Instagram.
crazy.
Damn.
so there is a lot of people out there that strictly follow me on TikTok.
Wow.
Okay.
So it is important. As
Yeah.
much as I don't like to use it, is equally as important.
Definitely. What else? Are you on YouTube? Do you do YouTube Shorts or anything?
Nah, that's one
No?
thing I really need to start editing. Like putting my stuff on.
Yeah.
'Cause YouTube will pay you.
Yeah, definitely.
YouTube pays. Instagram doesn't pay for shit.
Yeah.
I'll get
Yeah.
like
Someone
fucking
needs to tell them
20
that
bucks
about
a
our
month
page.
on Instagram. It's crazy. I'm bringing in millions of views, and I get 20 bucks.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. So what other Boston food bloggers? We mentioned Tommy DeVito, obviously. Are there any you're a fan of? And what is the issue with the ones that you're not a fan of? Like, you seem
Stirring
to be
the pot
you
right
se-
now,
no, you
dude.
seem to be one of the more authentic ones, you know, and we talked about this earlier. A lot of people have sold out and stuff. So
Yeah.
like,
Right,
what's the
right.
biggest issue you see with a lot of these food bloggers?
Yeah, who's faking it?
Well, it's not really an issue because I respect them if they're out there doing their thing and they're trying to, they're trying to help businesses out and they're trying to help themselves out. So I can't really hate on them for it. But a lot of them you can't tell the difference from one person's video from another. Like a lot of the food bloggers, they're just doing the little clip videos with like some TikTok DJ kind of remix in the background for the music.
Yeah.
Edit like using filters and just doing little 20-second clip videos, making everything look good. And you're not
Yeah.
going to know whose video that is compared to other ones. And the girls that do the voiceovers, a lot of them sound the same. It's like, oh, I had this, and this was the best, and I had this, and this was the best. I'm like, "Geez,
Everything's
the
great."
best."
Yeah.
Everything's the best.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't really follow too many food bloggers. I respect them all. They're all doing the same thing. They're all in the same field. We're all trying to help small businesses.
Yeah.
So I can't hate on them,
Right.
but I don't have to follow them.
Right. Right.
But the food bloggers I do like, Chopstick Murphy's probably my favorite food blogger.
Chopstick Murphy.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a great name. Oh
I
my
gotta
god.
follow. I gotta follow.
Yeah, follow
I'm not
Chopstick.
familiar.
Yeah, he's I literally followed him because of his name. He's an Asian kid, calls himself Chopsticks. Murphys.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, so I followed him just off of the name. And then when I actually started watching his videos, I was like, dude, this kid's fucking hilarious.
Chopstick Murphys. There he is.
There you go. 2 new followers. I got you, Christian.
75K. He's doing
doing
well.
his thing.
He's doing well.
I've done a couple videos with him. He's good people.
Unhinged Boston Viet. I
Yeah.
love it.
And when you watch his videos, he's not doing food reviews. He's just like he's doing like those 20-second little clip shows.
Yeah.
But he's like his commentary is like it's the most unhinged thing you're ever gonna listen to. Like it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a food review at all. He doesn't even tell you the restaurant he's at. He just says some crazy shit.
No, I'm seeing it right now. This guy's hilarious, actually. All right, this is a good follow.
Yeah,
we got to
he's
get him
funny.
on.
Yeah.
Sounds
You'll have
good
a
to
good
me.
time with him.
That's awesome.
Unhinged
You've met him?
Boston Viet.
Yeah, I've done a couple videos with him.
Okay, nice.
He's cool as shit.
Nice.
I like him. I like wannabe stay-at-home dad. He's not
Yes,
bad.
that guy's good too.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a little more authentic with it.
Yeah.
He's honest like me, but he's not brutally honest like me.
Yeah.
But he is pretty honest.
Would you say you're the most brutally honest?
Yeah, I'll get pretty brutally honest with it.
Okay. I mean, that's good. That's good. People want to know the truth.
Yeah, I mean everything can't be good. They can't all be winners.
No.
What's the worst pizza you've had in Boston?
In Boston?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be around Boston. If there's something that's in your mind right now, you can say
I
that
mean,
one.
recently Town Spa was the worst thing I've had.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know what that town spa you're saying.
Town Spa.
I'm not even familiar with
Stoughton.
that.
They're
Oh.
big. They're big.
They're big. People love them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's bar pizza.
That's why I went there, because it's like it's like the poster child basically for South Shore bar pizza.
That and Linwood.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
couldn't be that good if I haven't heard of it.
Linwood, probably Cape Cod Cafe, and
Yeah.
I don't know, Poopsies maybe.
Poopsies.
People
yeah.
do say poopsies. That's right
I've
by
heard
my
Poopsies
parents'
is
house. We never go
overrated.
there. Yeah.
They're all overrated.
They are, yeah.
True.
My parents always picked different ones. They would be like Alumni Cafe or Montponset. There's a bunch of them. They're all the same though.
The only time I'll get bar pizza is if I'm at a bar and I get hungry, and that's what they have.
yeah.
Yeah, I was never doing pizza reviews honestly until like last year. I started doing getting more into them. Because I was always like, you got Dave Portnoy doing pizza reviews. Like,
Right.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna try to compete with Portnoy.
I was getting like, it feels like, yeah. I mean, people
Did
were
Dave
doing
Portnoy
doing
ruin
pizza
them?
reviews before Dave Portnoy, obviously, but
Yeah.
it feels like now doing pizza reviews just feels like copying him, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
like, that's
Yeah.
why I didn't want to say like I'm competing, because I'm not competing. The guy's
Right.
fucking, he's a billionaire. But
Yeah.
when you do pizza reviews, you feel like you're fucking doing.
You feel
some
like
Dave
you're just
Portnoy
being
shit.
him. Yeah.
And then there's a lot of them that go out and do the same exact video that he just did.
Yeah.
Like he'll do a video when he comes back
I even
to Boston.
I even saw a person say one bite, everyone knows the rules the other day, and it wasn't
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy.
Oh,
I was
that's
like, that's
funny.
crazy.
I feel like just a funny reference though.
Yeah.
So
At
like,
this
I was
point,
never doing the pizza reviews because you have Portnoy doing them, and I didn't want to look like some fucking fake, wannabe Barstool influencer.
That makes sense. He's
But-
done some North Shore beef reviews too.
Yeah, but
Wow,
doesn't
no,
know his
he's
beef.
the one.
He doesn't know his beef.
He's
like that.
he's not North Shore no more.
No.
He's Hollywood.
That's true.
I mean, he lives
is.
in Nantucket. He's what? I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. I love Dave's videos,
Yeah.
but he needs to try the real North Shore beefs. He still be going to places like Liberty Bell, which is good, but he ain't been at like Bella's and Londy's.
Yeah.
What's his deal?
Dave?
Yeah, Dave. What's your
Busy
deal?
guy. I saw he went to I think he went to Nick's in Beverly. He's been to a couple of them, but
Nick's famous.
yeah.
Is it possible
They're not
that he
as good
doesn't
as they
have his
used to
ear
be.
to the
No.
streets?
Well, when he comes back to Boston, he's only here for like the holidays.
right?
Yeah.
And the
yeah.
North Shore. He'll come to, and his family lives in Swampscott.
Yeah.
So he comes back and he only does like 2 days here, and he does his pizza review. So he might stop at one beef spot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've never spoken to Dave. I wish. I like Dave. I would love to be like sponsored by Barstool.
That'd be a good
Oh,
collab.
yeah. Hey.
You could be the Barstool food guy. you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wish.
Do
I
they
got
have
that
like a
job.
signature food? Well, Dave does the pizza.
Dave does the pizza, but I would love to like have the gig where Dave just takes me with him on the road when they go places. He's like, all right, go do fucking food reviews. Here's him a paycheck.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope. Speak it into existence.
Yeah, this
I'm
is your
hoping.
interview. You're in. Turns out, Dave Portnoy, come on out. He's
We
coming.
got it right here with
He's got a
us.
job offer in his hand. That would be sick. That would be honestly the people do hate on Barstool like as it's grown as a company, but I feel like we've said before, like you're not really making it unless you have haters, and also they are like what everyone wants to be. Like it's a company that is entertainment. They're doing things in all facets of entertainment, having a good time, and everyone wants to be a part of that. So it's like that's what it is. I mean I love the just like living life, documenting it, and putting it out there, and that becomes a brand is like an awesome
Yeah.
way to live. And you're
I
able to
got
do
mad
it.
respect for him. This dude was just some fucking kid from Swampscott and started a little paper
Yeah.
about college sports and shit. And
Yep.
now look at it. He's
Sounds
really
like somebody
fucking
else I
billionaire.
know.
I don't know.
This guy right
I don't
here.
know that guy.
He started writing about sports.
What?
We're on our
Caleb
way.
just left Barstool though. Caleb Presley. Did you hear that?
Oh, he's about to skyrocket.
And Glenny Balls too. They both left. No more Sunday conversations.
Are you
It's
kidding
sad.
me, dude? There's gonna be something better
No, I
now.
know.
They're gonna do something
something.
better together. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, his interviews are hysterical. Do you ever watch those?
Who's that?
The Sunday Conversations with Caleb Presley. He's the dude with the long hair, and he'll interview like Drake or whatever, and just ask him like super awkward questions, and they cut them together very funny to
Never
where
seen
I
it.
believe their responses are not actually to the question
I'll be
that he
watching
was
some
asking.
tonight.
Yeah, it's good.
No,
They're
it's
funny.
It's hilarious. They've had some good celebrities on there too.
And it's a little food related because Glenny Balls eats Sundays.
He
while it
does eat
happens,
ice
so,
cream
you
the
know?
whole time. He doesn't
Sunday-
review it, but he's eating that ice cream. I saw your dad's been in a couple videos. he was talking about Regina's versus Santarpio's.
Yeah.
And he said fuck Santarpio's multiple times.
He doesn't
that's
mean that though. I mean, he doesn't like. He likes Regina pizza better than Santapio's
Yeah,
pizza,
clearly.
but he goes to Santapio's more for the barbecue.
Okay.
He goes to Santapio's more than he goes to Regina.
Oh, really?
But it's for the lamb. He loves the lamb tips and the sausage.
Okay.
They're good bread. They got some good bread over there with the cherry peppers.
All right.
But they're both. I don't know if you ask me, they're both just hit or miss.
Regina and
Yeah.
Santarpio's. Yeah. What do you think about the way Santarpio's does their pizza with
don't
the
like it.
toppings underneath?
Yeah. The last time I went to Santapio's, it was one of the worst pizzas I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it was just fucking straight pound of cheese in the middle. You couldn't pick up a slice without the whole thing falling apart.
Yeah.
That's obnoxious.
That's
yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
I
terrible.
don't like that.
I feel like
needs
you
some good
can't really go
structure.
wrong with Regina's. It's pretty consistent, right?
The last time I was there was with my father, and the last time before that was probably when I was 13.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've had Regina's twice?
No,
That's
I've had it
crazy.
plenty of times, but like literally in that gap.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
Since I was
see.
like, when I used to live with my father in the North End, I'd go to his house. I would get
Okay.
Regina once in a while, takeout.
Yeah.
He lives right down the street on Cooper. So I would get it right at that, like once in a while. But now I'm not in the North End like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't go to Regina.
Fair enough.
But they're just like, it's that tourist shit now, you know? I mean, Regina's
Absolutely.
more touristy than Santapio's.
Definitely.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I won't stand out and wait in line out in the North End spot. I hate
No.
it's way too I don't like the way it's set up. It's very like confusing and like cramped, and you don't want to, especially most of the time it's cold. You're going to be standing there for like one slice and they're yelling at you the whole time,
Yeah.
which is what happens.
part of the
It's like that. When I
experience.
went to New Haven, it was like that. You know, you wait outside of Sally's or Frank
Oh, yeah.
Pepe's.
Yes,
You're
yeah.
waiting an hour in line, maybe
What were your
more.
thoughts on those pizzas? Were they
When I went there, it became my favorite style of pizza.
okay?
Really?
New Haven style. the
It's
best.
like Neapolitan, right? Isn't
What
they
does that
call it?
even mean?
Or it's just
It's-
New Haven style?
Stretched and really thin and really charred.
Okay. yeah, yeah.
Neapolitan. I don't really. I like it, but I don't love it.
What is that? What's Neapolitan? I'm not even
Neapolitan.
sure.
It's like it's usually when the dough is a lot more rised up.
Okay.
So it's really fluffy dough.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a flatbread kind of, or am I thinking of like
No, not really.
not like
flatbread.
the pita-ish or whatever? Am I?
It's it looks like a smaller New York style, but instead of like a thin crust, it's really fluffy crust.
Okay.
all right,
gotcha.
all right.
Yeah, I've
You'll
been
know
to
what it is if you
Sally's.
look it up.
Yeah.
Sally's and Pepe's are both incredible.
I liked Sally's better.
Me too. I picked Sally's slightly above Pepe's.
I went there
but-
right before New Year's 2024, so I was there like late December 2023. And I was in I was staying like next to Mohegan, some fucking little villa. Let me do a video there for like 2 free nights. So I was like,
Okay.
fuck it, let's go out there. And New Haven's like 45 minutes away. So the second day we were there, me and my girl drove out there and just spent the day in New Haven, which we only got to 3 restaurants in a whole day because of how long you have to wait.
Yeah.
So we waited like an hour at Frank's, an hour at Sally's, then we went to Louis Lunch, which is like the inventors of the hamburger.
Really?
What's going on with all these inventions?
I don't know. The
We got
invention
all
of the
these-
hamburger sandwich. It wasn't really it's the hamburger sandwich. So
Okay.
it's literally just a hamburger in between 2 pieces of white bread.
Did these people know that they were giving
Wait.
McDonald's the platform? Like
The
that's
hamburger
crazy.
sandwich. So all right.
Yeah, I don't know if they invented the
this is-
hamburger or if they're the first person to put a burger on white toast.
on white toast.
That's got to be it.
Okay.
Well, because it obviously
Yeah, yeah.
came from. Was it Germany, right?
I thought
Hamburg?
so.
Yeah.
You would think so from Hamburg.
Hamburg. Yeah.
Hey, I can only assume.
But I don't know. Maybe like, hey, there's this hamburger in Germany. You know, we're gonna put it on white bread though.
What a
Yeah.
weird coincidence.
Okay.
that-
And they only serve tomato and onion and cheese. That's it. No other toppings.
And it's good.
It was pretty solid. My girl loved it, which is
Okay.
crazy because she's the one that's like never fucking impressed or anything.
Okay.
And she's been talking about going back and getting
harshest critic.
it. Yeah, she's tough.
I bet it's
Oh.
good.
But it is good. It's like meatloafy.
Okay.
It's a different
yeah,
kind
that
of
makes
burger.
sense.
But
Have
they
you
only
dropped
have
a
those
score
two
based on a review of hers?
She gives her reviews.
Okay. Oh, it's part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
When
see.
she's
okay.
with me, I'll tell her to,
Nice,
give her a
nice.
review. And she's tough with it.
Yeah.
She'll be like, yeah, it's a 5. I'm like, geez.
Tougher
Give her
than
like
you?
Yeah, I'll give it like, like, I don't know, because something has to really suck
Yeah.
for me to fucking give it like a low score like that. Like, I'm trying to, like, if something I don't really like, but it's like, I'll give it like in the 6s, mid to high 6s, which is a decent score. A
Yeah.
6, 7, I'm not going to be too mad at.
Yeah.
If you're in the area, you might stop by and grab you. You're not going out of your way for it.
Right.
A 5, you're like, all right, I'm passing that and going to the next restaurant.
Mm,
She's giving
right,
fucking
right.
4s and 5s. I'm like,
Oh
sheesh.
my god. Has anything ever gotten below a 4?
For me,
Yeah.
I don't really do too many ratings,
Okay.
Okay.
but
It is hard to put numbers to things.
Yeah, like I give ratings when it comes to beef and pizzas. It's tough to rate a whole restaurant.
Right.
You know, because like if I'm going
gonna
there and
try
I'm
the
getting
whole
like
menu.
2 appetizers, yeah, exactly. If I'm getting
Yeah.
2 appetizers and entree, I can't really give the place like a 6 when I tried 1 appetizer out of the 15 they have. It's
That's
a little
true.
tough,
Yeah.
you know.
That's fair.
Yeah, you're rating the dishes, not the places.
Yeah, so like when you're rating a beef or a pizza, it's a little easier. You're rating the one thing,
Yeah.
a chicken sandwich.
So, what's the baked goods story? If I want to get like a nice donut, and I hear a lot of the same places, but I just want to know like how you
Places
feel.
have you heard for a donut?
Well, donuts. People were saying Cane's. There was there's the backdoor donuts at Loretta's. Damn, I actually need to get the receipts because I can't remember all of them. There were like 4 of them or something, right?
You're saying the ones Tommy mentioned, right?
Yes. Yeah. There was another place though. I don't know. So what are the ones you know of? Are these the ones or?
Market Basket.
Market
Oh,
Basket.
oh yes, dude. I agree with you. They're like
I
a
love
piece.
it.
They're this big.
They're good sized donuts and they're 99 cents.
I
Can't beat
actually
that.
had an experience with
They're
one of
great
those one
donuts.
time. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. I it's crazy you say that. Yes, there's no Market Baskets nearby though. I think I
That's
have to go to
crazy. No
Chelsea.
Market Basket in the South Shore.
There's one
Well,
in
there's,
Hanover.
yeah, well, not near here though. There, but there's, I think Chelsea is probably the closest one. Let me.
I love everything at Market Basket.
Market
Me
Basket's
too.
Their
great.
steak and cheese is $5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ginormous.
Yep.
They
We
got
were just
solid
talking about
sushi.
We
that.
were talking about this
Yeah.
with Tommy last week.
Yeah.
I was sleeping on
I
Market
swear
Basket for
by
a long
Market-
time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Literally until I started working at the City of Revere, and like that's where all the employees go for lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, Somerville.
I started going there. I was like, bro, what have I been missing all this time?
Right.
I was like, this place is amazing.
You can't get a better lunch at any grocery store.
Yeah,
really.
$10 there. So you're eating for 3 people. You
Yeah.
get a whole rotisserie chicken for $4.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
I'm pretty sure they got those GMO vegetables though. They're just like so big and bright, but
Yeah.
I'll take them
It is what
because
it is.
I love that though. I want a big
They
vegetable.
got
now.
great orange juice, and they got smooth milkshakes at like $2.
Okay.
Their donuts are fucking great.
You got to try
Nah.
the Holy Donut in Portland. Have you heard of that?
I think I have Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge donut person.
Me
I don't
neither,
like the way
really.
they sit in my stomach.
Yeah. It's definitely
I
not
know
what
what
you
you
want to
mean.
start your day with.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a,
like
even-
Cane's
yeah.
is a great donut, but if I eat half of a Cane's glazed donut, I'm fucking feeling that all day.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna feel like shit.
Yeah.
So what sweets are you going for?
I'm a half moon guy when I go to a bakery.
Okay.
Is a half moon the half chocolate, half white?
Yeah.
Okay.
Black and white, half moon.
Another Seinfeld reference. That's
Yeah.
racial equality, right? Yeah.
Big Seinfeld guy. Yeah, but I don't know. I started doing the half moon cookies. Like, I have Revere has a couple Italian bakeries. There's only 2 of them left now. But I went to Liberto's and they got
Okay.
like the big half moon. It's like this big.
What's the cookie? It's not a sugar cookie. What is like
No.
the actual base?
Well, it's more cake bottom is the half moon, and the black and white cookie
Oh.
is a cookie base.
Okay.
Oh, I
So
see.
I do the half moon reviews, and people are like, it's a black and white cookie. I'm like, it's not a cookie though. It's a fucking cake.
Oh, I
Like
see
they're
what
2
you're
different
saying.
things.
Yeah. All right.
So what
One's
is
a
the cake? Is it like a vanilla or a yellow cake?
Yeah, vanilla.
Okay.
And there's sometimes some people do chocolate bottoms. You really see more vanilla than anything.
Is that you prefer that?
I like the vanilla.
Okay. I'll have to give that a shot. I've only had the cookies.
Yeah, no,
I-
you gotta go try fucking. So I did the Liberto's review. I just went for lunch break. I had my coworker film me in the car, fucking unboxing it, eating it, and people liked the video. It had like 40,000 views,
Damn.
which is like this is like in November, so I was only getting around the 20,000 at that time. And people were loving that. They're like, "Oh, you got to try this bakery, and you got to try this bakery and that one." And Diorsi's and Peabody was one of the bigger ones that people were recommending. So I live close to now. I'm right on Lynn, so I'm in like the Lynn Peabody line.
Okay.
So I went to Diorsi's. I did the half moon video there. It was a bomb half moon. And that video blew up overnight. And right now is at like 350,000 views.
Damn.
And like I gained like probably 1,500 followers off of that.
That's crazy.
So then, you know, a bunch of people commenting again. Oh, you got to try this half moon. You got to try this half moon. So I went to the next bakery. Another 200,000 views. I'm like, damn, I think I found something with this shit.
Yeah.
Half
People
moons.
love bakery reviews.
Yeah.
Half moon reviews. I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah. Getting views.
And people
you're
are literally
eating your
going to
favorite
bakeries
thing.
now to get half moons. Like, I never had a half moon until I watched your video. I'm fucking, I love them now.
You're starting the half moon craze.
I didn't know what it was either. Now I'm gonna try to make one.
I'm gonna get one now.
They're fucking great. It's a
wanna
delight.
find out.
It's just what's better than fucking vanilla and chocolate?
If this becomes a trend and everyone starts talking about half moons, we
Flipping
know
it.
we know where it started.
I try to do
It's-
at least one half moon video every 2 weeks. So
Okay.
Okay.
I got like 3 of them in the vault right now.
Okay, so we
Nice.
need to do one every week, maybe, and then that way we'll try
Yeah, I
to
don't
catch
know.
up.
Hopefully, the other if you start seeing other food bloggers doing Half Moon reviews and bakery reviews,
We know where they got it
You know
from.
who started it.
Yeah, and here
Absolutely.
we got the tapes.
Don't steal my shit.
Yeah. Someone's
That's-
gonna end up stealing your shit at some point.
Probably.
But
Hey.
they won't pop off the same that you did.
They might.
Because
Who
it's
knows?
not authentic. Yeah, they might. That's true.
You haven't
Anything
made
goes
it.
on the internet these
I know.
days. You can steal anything you want. It's crazy.
Fucking steal it.
Just make sure that you have like a little watermark video of like your head being like,
They better be ready for a war. if they
Yeah,
steal it.
right.
that is hilarious. Yeah, Half Moons. I've never had that. I mean, I knew about the cookies, but I guess I didn't know there was a cake version.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Only makes sense. So is that's like your go-to like ice cream spots? Are you getting ice cream like gelato, anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't love ice cream? I'm a big Ben and Jerry's guy.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
there's a new ice cream coming out in Danvers. They're called Churn and Company.
Churn Company. Okay.
Churn and Company. And they don't have a storefront. They just have a factory. And they like outsource to a few like Rusty Can, the barbecue place. They sell their ice cream.
Okay.
Their ice
Okay.
cream. So like follow them on Instagram. They're like Ben and Jerry's on steroids.
Really?
Like the amount of flavors that they're pumping out is insane.
Is this
What are they called?
Churn and Company.
Churning.
Churn? They're not involved with like the sugar maple creamery or whatever. Are
No,
they?
they're their own thing.
It's
The
part
Modern
of.
Butcher also sells their ice cream. Their fucking ice cream is to die for.
Okay. Yeah, because there's
I'm supposed to do a video with them soon. A little behind the scenes on how they make everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow up with
looks
them
amazing.
too.
But that is slowly became my favorite ice cream. And Holy
Okay.
Cow is good. I like Holy Cow.
All right.
Holy cow! And that's in the city.
Holy Cow, they started in Gloucester. They got one in Peabody, Salem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a North Shore ice cream place. But they
I
got
see.
like they're one of those Ben and Jerry on steroid type of places. A lot of crazy flavors.
Yeah.
But Churn and Company, no one is doing what they're doing right now.
Okay.
I see. Interesting.
They're on top of the ice cream.
Oh, yeah, I
game.
already told them when you guys like start taking investors to like really like make a storefront, I want it.
Yeah.
'Cause this shit's gonna be fucking huge.
And they've been open how long?
Not that long. I don't know exactly how long, but they only have a factory. Like you could hit them up on Instagram and order whatever flavor you want.
Yeah.
And you go to the factory and pick it up.
Oh,
They
That's
don't have a-
amazing.
yeah,
I'm
they don't
doing
have
it.
a storefront.
That is amazing.
But
We gotta do
it's
that and
unreal.
review it
They're
on the
probably
pod.
they're dropping like fucking 4 or 5 new flavors a week. The
Damn.
flavors are insane.
Two of the things you've suggested, my buddy Austin already follows. So he's plugged in. We got to get
Yeah.
Austin.
Who's
on
Austin?
Here. I work with him at Fenway. You've met
Oh,
him
okay.
before.
Have
yeah.
I met him? All right.
Yeah, he's
He
been
knows
here.
his food apparently.
What's
he
his
does.
last name?
I try not to say people's full
Okay,
names
yeah,
on
yeah.
here, but I will.
Because I think I know an Austin from Revere that works at Fenway. Does he have long hair?
It's got to be him.
I'll show you a picture of him. we were just
I
going.
don't know if he works at Fenway. I don't know.
Obviously, he's in the middle there.
No, that's not it.
Not the same Austin.
Yeah. Just making sure.
Well, that Austin knows good shit though.
Yeah, he does.
apparently.
Yeah, and it's funny because I feel like ice cream is like it definitely has its nuances of like there's good vanillas, like some vanillas are better than others, but like
Yeah. I
there's
like a regular vanilla over a vanilla bean.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't really like vanilla bean like that.
I don't like the textures.
But Haagen-Dazs, they got a great, just basic ice cream. Their coffee ice cream is like fucking the best.
I love coffee ice cream.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
Haagen-Dazs got that best coffee ice cream.
Okay. I
You
didn't
just
even know that.
inspired me. I haven't bought coffee ice cream in a minute.
I haven't had ice cream in a minute. Now I want some.
Oh,
I
you're
try
crazy.
not to eat it much because I eat so much when I go out.
Yeah.
So I like the last thing I need to do is eat a fucking pint of like once I get a pint of Haagen-Dazs or Ben and Jerry's, it's not seeing the freezer again. As soon as I start
Oh,
eating
I
it,
agree.
it's done.
I learned that
well-
lesson a while ago. I can't buy a pint for myself. I
One
would crush that
pint
in one
is
sitting.
a serving.
It's a lot of ice cream.
It's a big
No,
serving.
one pint is for one person.
No, it's a big
I
serving.
think I think pint is a typo because it was supposed to say one person, and someone just like fell asleep while they were
It's a
typing.
little-
Yeah.
All I know is
How could
after
you
I
put
eat a
it down?
pint, I'm not feeling amazing after that.
No.
But yeah.
But it's like impossible to put down. You just keep eating before you know what you're fucking touching the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, I will say I feel like I've been blessed. Knock on wood. People say they eat dairy and it bothers them. Like I just ice cream makes me feel good. I just feel good after it. I don't know.
Yeah, certain things will fuck my stomach up, but dairy isn't one of them. It's
Yeah.
more baked snacks for some reason.
Really?
If I eat Cheez-Its, Goldfish,
Really?
pita chips, my stomach will
Dude,
be fucked up.
honestly, we might be. You've said some things. I think we're on the same wavelength because we were just talking about this on the last episode. I was saying for a snack, if I'm going on a plane,
you said Cheez-Its fill you up. Right?
yeah, like if I'm going on a plane, I'll get like a bag of Cheez-Its if it's like a long flight, you know, and I'll just like nibble on Cheez-Its so I don't have to like think about eating for the day because it's just like something about Cheez-Its. I'll eat a couple of them and I don't need food after that for a long time.
If I eat 2 Cheez-Its, my stomach will be fucked up.
That's
I don't know
basically
what it-
probably
that's
what
crazy.
it is,
It's
though.
certain,
I
I, don't,
think.
I need to know what it is so I can avoid it because I still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Market Basket baguettes, they're like the fucking best bread.
Okay.
But if I eat one slice of it, my stomach will hurt.
Interesting.
But it's worth it.
That is, yeah.
If you go to Market Basket in the daytime, you feel the baguettes. It's literally fucking mad hot. It just came out of the oven. You'll fucking eat the whole thing just from shopping around.
Okay.
Their
Market
baguettes
Basket
are, yeah, go to Market Basket. Bro.
Dude, yeah, I
Do
just found out
yourself a
there's one in Somerville. It's not too far. And you got the one nearby, right?
in
So
Hanover,
yeah, go to
yeah.
that one. It's
I fucking love Market Basket.
it is good. I
Wish
was
I got a sponsorship with them.
yeah,
It's coming.
That's where I get my coffee every morning. I go to Market Basket.
Oh, really?
Really?
I hate Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dunkin's
there-
another one. Anything from Dunkin's will fuck me up.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
we've
food-
talked about this before. We're not big Dunkin' Donuts
Gives
guys.
me
I mean,
agita.
the food is like the worst food around.
Food's terrible.
Easily the worst food you can get.
all fake shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Fucking eggs, they just pull them out of a drawer.
That is not
Yeah.
a real egg. There's
and
no
the-
way.
The only things I
donuts, I
like
think,
there,
used
I
to
like
be
their
real.
bagel twists.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Their bagel twists are good. You get them with the fucking, maybe like a strawberry cream cheese.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not bad.
I feel like Dunkin' Donuts donuts in like the 60s were probably so good.
Oh yeah, they were probably
Well, I
smacking.
think the stores used to hire a baker, and each store had someone that made the donuts.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
like in the '90s or something, they were like,
Like-
"No, you're getting plastic donuts."
Maybe like
that
15
was
years
it.
ago, they used to do chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
And you would
Yes.
ask for them heated up, so they were like running through the toaster. Bro, they were the best cookies I ever had.
Damn.
Oh man,
I wish I could still get those.
you know McDonald's used to have fire cookies.
McDonald's
too.
still has good cookies.
I haven't been into McDonald's for cookies in a minute, but yeah, that was.
I'll
I
get them
remember-
once in a while too. Like if I don't want to go to Market Basket, I go to McDonald's for breakfast.
Okay.
Not for
Yeah.
breakfast, just for my coffee.
Yeah. McDonald's
They got good
coffee is
coffee.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Newman's
cheap.
Own. Good
You're not
coffee.
the first one to say that, actually. You know,
Anything
it's-
but dunks. Anything.
I used
That's
to.
fair.
I'm currently off coffee right now. I'm a
could
green
never.
tea guy. I just switched to green tea for the month, and it's actually been not a bad transition. So I think I'm sticking with it
I
for a little
fucking
while.
love coffee. I drink coffee before bed.
Oh, really?
I'll do that
You're
sometimes.
nuts.
I'm
Dude.
one of those people like coffee just doesn't keep me up. I just
Yeah.
like it because it's like it warms my soul.
That's crazy. Oh my
I
god.
think because I have ADD, so like
I've
literally
definitely
has a
fallen
reverse
asleep
effect on
after
me.
a cup of coffee before.
Yeah, I literally pour
Yeah.
up a coffee. I have like 2 cups at night. I'll be watching like Game of Thrones with my girl, whatever we're watching. Have like 2 cups of coffee and just go right to bed.
Wow.
I feel like that's an Italian thing.
Are you
guess so,
Yeah, a little.
It's gotta be.
little
Coffee after
espresso.
dinners and shit.
Yeah.
Are you waking up with the sun? Is that why?
No,
'Cause I feel like
I
that's
wake up
helping.
with the sun. I'm
Okay.
up at. I mean, I'm now with the fucking daylight savings and shit. I'm up at 6 a.m.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's still dark out by the time I'm up.
'Cause
I
I'm
like to
just
wake up
thinking, like-
early. The earlier you wake up, you got more time in the day.
That's
Of
true.
course, yeah. I'm just thinking your rhythm. If you're on the sun's clock, the coffee might not affect you like for the sleeping. Because if I had coffee too late, I can't sleep. It's just not happening. I'll try.
It depends. It's hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I didn't drink that coffee so late. But
So I'm. This is actually an interesting. Just caffeine aside, do you have like a time you stop eating? Because I'm like, yeah, I eat like right before bed. I don't
I
know.
try not to eat like as late as possible. Like,
Yeah.
That's why I don't smoke anymore because I would smoke and just get the munchies. Like
oh
crazy.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I
I
would
feel
literally
that.
eat out the whole fucking cabinet.
I'm like, oh, I'm not
and
gonna,
be able
I'm
to
not gonna
stop.
eat after 10 p.m. anymore. And then you smoke, and you're like,
Yeah.
you just raid.
If
the
I
cabinets,
smoke and
yeah.
I don't go like if I'm out, I won't eat that much. But when I'm home, there's like if I smoke, I don't get full.
Yeah.
I literally
yeah.
go from like eating 3 bowls of cereal to a bowl of ice cream to fucking saltine crackers to
Mm-hmm.
a bag of pretzels to a ham sandwich and just keep eating until
I've been there.
literally.
Where
I
did you
can't-
get that footage of me? Where did you
I'll be half asleep and not even noting. So I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm not smoking no more.
Wake up in the middle of the night, go to the fridge,
That's
grab
hilarious.
something.
Stomach straight turning.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No pill. I'll just keep eating.
Yeah.
So I'll try not to eat too late.
Hmm.
But it's tough.
So if you, I know you said you're not chefing, but let's say it's, later than a place is probably open. You're home. You want to make a snack. You got some ingredients in the house. What are you whipping together like a quick
Cold
snack?
cut.
Just cold cuts.
All right.
Some
Cold
rolled
cut
meats.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, some boar's head.
Okay.
Shout out to Boar's Head.
Yeah,
Never
shout
lets
out
you
Boar's
down.
Head. They
Yeah.
only got Deets at my Roach Brothers.
Oh, really?
I think a Stop and Shop is Boar's Head, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
definitely.
Market Basket doesn't have Boar's Head, but they do
Yeah.
have Bianco sausages.
Okay.
So you get some
Interesting.
Chinese sausages. Fucking, I'll eat Chinese sausages all day.
All right.
What's the difference?
And the Chinese sausage,
Yeah.
it's sweet,
Oh, okay.
really sweet. You never had a Chinese sausage?
No.
Not that I'm aware
Go
of.
to
Yeah.
Market Basket tomorrow. Get
All
yourself
right.
lunch. Grab some
We
sausages.
got a trip
I got-
to make. Yeah.
I got a Market Basket list going right now.
Get
Some
the baguette,
homework.
get the sausages, and get some
Yeah.
onions.
And get a steak and cheese for $5.
Yeah, get the steak and cheese for lunch. Get everything else to go and get for later.
And some donuts, too.
There you go.
Yeah.
99 cents.
That
Sounds
you can't beat. Anything 99 cents these days is a rarity. You got to go for that.
That fucking donuts are unreal.
Oh my God.
Get a nice chocolate glazed.
It's been a
early in the
while.
morning
Yeah. When you brought that up, I
with the
completely
jimmies
forgot.
on it. The inside of the donut is like soft and the glaze is like crunchy. Oh,
I'm
it's unreal.
starving. Man. It's too
Dude,
much.
you literally got me
This is
so
too
hungry
much.
just now.
I'm
we
like a
gotta-
Market Basket spokesperson.
That's
You should be.
crazy. Oh my gosh.
There's some influencer local, I think, who like does a dance or a song about Market Basket or something, and he got a deal with them.
Really?
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is
I saw
dance.
that.
Do you have any
I'm
dances
not a
planned?
dancer. I suck at
The
dancing.
first time I saw it, I was like, "This kid's making a fool of himself," and then he got a deal with Market Basket, and I was like, "All right,
Not
Good for
so
him.
foolish
That's
now.
how everything is now.
Yeah.
Everyone on social media, you got to make a fool of yourself.
Yeah,
You
it's
either got to
true.
make a fool of yourself or you got to be a straight douchebag
yeah,
and you fucking blow up.
damn, yeah." No, it's true. It's hard to blow up without controversy these days. Definitely, but you're keeping it honest though. At least you're not like a lot of people try to spread misinformation or like just piss people off on purpose or whatever. You're just giving your honest reviews.
Yeah,
So
just
it's
I
like-
do it more for myself than anyone.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's not for everyone.
yeah,
A lot of people get offended.
definitely.
It is what it is.
Can't
They can
avoid
fuck
that these
themselves.
days. Everyone's getting offended about something.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't like the fucking jokes I make or whatever. Fuck
Yeah,
'em.
fuck 'em.
Fuck them. Go watch someone else.
Yeah, it happens.
I like making race jokes and sex jokes. It's the best two jokes.
That's the best comedy right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do it the right way,
I grew up off. My father had me watching like Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor and Dave
Oh, yeah.
Chappelle, and you know what I mean. Like, this is the comedy that I like.
Yeah.
Race comedy.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
gotta be fucking. I don't know. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself.
Yeah,
For
there's
sure.
Definitely a way it can be navigated, and those guys nail it. So
Yeah, I
Definitely.
make jokes about myself too. So.
You got to be
course,
fair. You got
yeah.
to make jokes about everyone. You
Yeah.
know, so yeah, I get it.
I don't care if I offend someone.
So what's the next? What's on the schedule next? Where you planning on going?
I don't know. I might go to Providence this weekend.
Have you done reviews there before?
I did 2 reviews in Providence,
Okay.
and they both blew up.
Okay. Nice.
That was in December.
okay.
One of them's at like 150,000. Another one's at like 400 plus.
All right.
nice.
just
Are these like
2 random
Federal Hill
videos.
spots or
Yeah.
okay?
Well, one of them was Federal Hill. I don't know if the other one was Federal. I think it was. Malted Barley. It's like a fucking pretzel pub.
I've been to Malta Bali before.
like it?
Okay.
Yeah, I
Pretty
liked
solid
it.
there.
I liked it. Yeah.
It's a cool innovation spot, you know.
Yep.
Got a bunch of different pretzels and dips.
Yep.
My sister went to Providence College, and she was a big fan of Costantino's. It's on Federal Hill. It's like one of the restaurants.
I got a list of restaurants. I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
while
I'm
I'm
sure.
up there. James Beard just came out with a finalist for the next awards.
I saw that.
A lot of Providence spots.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Providence has. I
I don't like those awards. I still go because, you know, obviously they're getting a lot of honor, but all those kind of awards, James Beard, Michelin stars, fucking Best of Boston, I don't really like any of them. A lot of the places probably pay to get on them.
Yeah. There's some bias there for sure.
Yeah.
We were talking about the history of the Michelin star on our last episode. Actually,
Yeah.
Are you familiar with this?
Yeah, that the fucking
It's the tire company.
Yeah,
They
to
would
make-
literally like it was a dope idea.
Yeah.
They came up with it years ago. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you get one of their tires and you're in this area. This is a restaurant you should hit.
Yeah.
It was cool, but I don't know what those people know about restaurants because I've been to one Michelin star restaurant. And I wasn't that crazy about it.
Yeah.
Oh, in New York,
yeah.
It's probably just the most popular spots. Like
I don't know. It's gentrified shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever watch The Bear?
I watched the first season. I didn't see the hype about it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
alright.
stressful. It's just stressful. But the what they show happening in those kitchens where it's like so precise, like you're getting a dish where it's like just a couple dots of sauce or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, yeah. I
That
worked
is
at
wild.
the Marley Ave in Boston. which is like they were a really good restaurant back when I was working there. Which I only worked for a day. I was literally like just my friend got me the job. I was working at a restaurant in Revere. He's like, you come work over here. I did one day there. That guy was like he was like that.
Oh, really?
Like scream at you if you don't know where you go. And I'm like, bro, I just worked here. I don't know what the fuck
Wow.
table 18 is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, no
I had
training.
fucking 10 minutes to learn.
Yeah, they're just like behind.
Yeah, screaming at you. I'm
Sorry.
like, geez, my bad. This ain't for me. I'm going back to Revere.
How long did you last at that job?
It was only a day.
Oh, okay, one day.
Yeah, it wasn't really like I was just like filling in. They were like,
Oh,
yeah, you
okay.
can come work if you want. I was like,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
it, let's do it. But I don't know. I didn't like it there.
Yeah, sounds awful.
I worked in a few different restaurants.
Okay.
Name names or no? We trying to be nice about it.
Sebastian's in Revere, which was
Okay.
the best Italian that I ate at when I was a kid. But they shut down because the owner passed away.
Oh, that
But she
sucks.
treated me and my family worked. My mother worked there. My aunt worked there. I was the
Oh,
bus
that's
boy
awesome.
in high school. She
Oh,
took
damn.
care of everyone.
Worked your way up. That's sick.
The food was phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice,
really
yeah.
good. Then I worked at Kelly's. I worked at some little fucking sub shop doing a delivery.
So you were
Okay.
all front. You were front of house, like waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Kelly's, I was, cash register for the most part, but I would hop on the grill, set up, all that shit.
Yep. So you've worked in food
so we
a
caught
lot.
you in a lie.
Yeah.
You do, chef. You should.
Burgers and shit. Yeah, I wouldn't really consider myself a chef like that.
Caught him.
Not too hard to build. Make a burger, grilled cheese, hot dog.
Yeah, yeah.
It is kind of hard to screw up a burger.
Yeah,
Hey.
I would do it with pride. Some people just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If someone's spending money, I want to make sure that shit looks good, especially
Absolutely.
if my name's on
Definitely.
it.
Yeah.
Especially if they have a specific way they want it cooked. You want to nail
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Plus,
It's
like, I
hard.
know what it's like to get bad food, so I want to make sure these motherfuckers are getting good shit.
That's true. That's true.
One kid that would work there, he sliced the beefs late at night. You go to Kelly's late at night, it used to be like a shit show half the time. There'd be a kid slicing chunks of roast beef and just throw
Ooh.
fucking sauce all over it. I'm like, bro, how the fuck are they gonna eat that?
Yeah, that's
I don't give a
gross.
shit. I'm like, well, you should give a shit. You guys spending fucking $12 on a sandwich.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's a tip jar in this place.
No, not at Kelly's.
No,
No.
way. Really?
You're allowed to take them, but you're not allowed to advertise.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
Oh, I get.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't like solicit tips.
Yeah,
That's
they don't
probably,
like it
in their
because
contract.
I don't like it either, honestly. If I owned a restaurant, I don't want to fucking, would you like to tip? Like,
Yeah. Well,
You'll tip if
restaurants
you
will
want to.
tip if they want to tip.
Yeah, well, I
Nowadays,
guess-
you have everyone with their iPad. Would you like to tip 25%?
Oh,
That
yeah.
is
When you
what
go
I
and
love.
get a coffee and then turn it around, tip 75%.
Don't want to tip you.
if someone's doing something for you, like if there's a service,
Yeah.
the register stuff is weird.
When they just take your order and turn it
Like
around.
some people would take the tips at Kelly's, like you would just like sneak a cup out there and they
Yeah.
would take it for themselves, which I don't like. Like when I ever would sneak a cup out there, I would get like $30. I'd split it with the back of the house because they're the ones doing all the work.
Right.
Like why am I going to take $30 tip and these people are slaving and all I'm doing is pressing buttons?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So I
true,
try to
yeah.
always help everyone out.
Yeah. Man of the people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Love it.
Take $30. Yet these guys are sweating their ass off and fucking 90-degree day frying food.
Yeah.
I have the window, nice breeze coming in, ocean breeze.
Yeah, you're
Just
living
pressing
good up there in
buttons.
the front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kelly's
that's
was fun.
glamorous.
Kelly's is a good spot to work too, honestly. They I shit on Kelly's a lot, but it was a good place to work. They take the convicts, so the people coming out of jail, and they had the
Nice.
pre-release
That's good.
program. They would get a lot of those guys in. They get a lot of high school people in, giving people good job experiences. They would do 401k. They had health and dental.
Oh,
Really?
nice.
Free food
For
for the
an
employees.
hourly job like that? No way.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you don't make a lot of money there, but they do take care of you.
That's good. That's good.
I would eat like a fucking king when I worked at Kelly's.
Oh, I bet.
That's awesome.
So as much as I don't like the food that much anymore, they did take care of their employees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you just wore it out. Sounds like you just had it too
It's
much.
just not what it is anymore.
When's the last time you had it?
I go once in a while.
Yeah.
Last time I
Okay.
had it was probably, I don't know, maybe in like September.
Okay. That's all right. Yeah. So you're like on and off again?
I always been on and off,
Okay.
Gotta
I
check
just don't
in
really
every
get
now
the
and then to
beef.
see if
Like,
it's getting better.
I'll stop by and get a burger. The
Okay.
burger's not bad. A hot dog solid,
Yeah.
but the beefs and the lobster rolls ain't it.
All right. That's fair.
Okay. Interesting. It's funny to have like grudges against places that probably like it's like the time that you didn't like. There's probably like completely different people there, but I guess it has everything
Yeah,
to do
well, I
with
never
like,
I didn't not like working there.
Yeah.
I just ran its course.
right.
You like the GM that I started working with, he was the man. I still keep in touch with him. He left and went on to bigger, better things, real estate, fucking firefighter. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
And then other management came up and stop power tripping. They start getting, they get the new job, all this shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always happens.
How
There's
many
a good
Kellys
thing
are there
going.
now?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
They opened up some in Florida. They opened some in New
Really?
Hampshire.
There's one at the airport.
No way.
Yeah,
There's
the
one like
airport's
10 minutes
ran
away.
by Massport though.
Okay.
Like Kelly's owns it, but it's like Massport employees there.
Huh,
I think
okay.
that's all airport shit. So Santapio's got an airport joint, and
Yeah.
Regina's, and it's all Massport employees.
Okay. I didn't know that.
But Kelly's, I wish they didn't expand like that. I feel like once places start expanding,
Exactly.
quality goes down. like
definitely
crazy.
goes down. All the
And
best
all they
beef
really
spots
needed
now
was-
are like,
You need a Revere, Saugus, and maybe Medved.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you need for Kelly's.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be fucking pumping no restaurants. Now they just sold, so it's a private equity firm that just bought them.
Oh
They're
no.
planning, they want to like expand, like Middle Eastern. You know what I mean?
So this is Go Go's.
Middle West.
It's
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
It's over for Kelly's.
Yeah, it's
This
gonna turn
Go-Go's
into
all over
Arby's
again.
probably.
Yeah. Arby's. Is that the worst beef around, Arby's?
Bro, I
It's
never
gotta
had
be.
Arby's.
You
I
never
just
had
know
Arby's?
it's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, that's. Yeah.
Is it really true that it's supposed to be Arby's like RB roast beef?
I don't know. I
don't
know
know.
David Putty
That's what
loves
I
it.
heard, but I don't know. David Putty loves Arby's. Yeah.
Feels like an Arby's night.
Oh my god. He's the driest man.
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's my favorite side character in Seinfeld.
We would always laugh, my dad and I, about his quote when he's trying to he's like back and forth between like breaking up with Elaine and being back together while he's working on Jerry's car. So like when they're on the phone having trouble, he comes in, he's like, yeah, your car needs this, and this. And then when
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like
yeah. That's
on
when he
his
became
good
the car
side,
salesman.
yeah, and then when he's on his good side, he's like, oh no, you don't need the rust proof. Half time we don't even do it. And I was like, that's so funny because like in his voice, and we say that all the time with like random little car things, like, oh no, you don't have to put that screw back. Half the time they don't even do it. It's just like Seinfeld has a billion of those, but it's harder to explain an inside joke between me and a family member.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
it's time. There's
That's the
so
best. I
many.
started watching it with my father when I was a kid, but I didn't like it because it's adult humor. So I
Yeah.
never really understood it. Then when I hit high school, I started watching it, and I was like,
Yes.
bro, this is the best fucking show of all time.
Same,
Yeah.
yeah.
Curb Your Enthusiasm's just as good, if not better.
Probably better, yeah. That
Yeah.
show also stresses me out. I found myself like, like at the end of an episode, you're like, oh my God, I'm not in that situation, but I feel like I am.
Yeah,
like,
some of it gets
That's
to
how
a
you
little
know
bit.
it's good.
oh
The
my
earlier
God, yeah.
seasons up until like probably after like 09, they were the best.
Okay.
After a while, like some of them started getting a little played out. The whole COVID season, he could have did way more with.
Oh, I never saw it. I think the last stuff I watched was probably like in 2014, so I didn't watch any of the new stuff.
Yeah,
They
It's
came
done
back,
now.
right?
Yeah, he just finished it last year. It was the last of it.
Okay.
Good finale too.
All right, yeah, I'll have to finish that off. But yeah, he's so funny. I heard a story that somebody worked in a restaurant actually. This was in Martha's Vineyard, and I think he has a summer house there. He like goes there. So this guy worked at the restaurant, and Larry David, just like in the show, made like a big stink that his kale salad was baby kale. He wanted regular kale, and he like for real was like, get me regular kale. So someone at the restaurant had to like run to a grocery store and get regular kale for his salad. And he really was dead serious about it. And it was like, how does that happen? How are you really the guy you put on TV, like, which I assumed was a character?
No, it's just like an exaggerated version of himself.
Yeah. Would you have you ever acted any way like that, like at a restaurant, like
No,
pull a Larry
no.
David attitude?
No, even if they fuck up my order, I just take it.
I was gonna say I'm not, unless it would have to be pretty bad.
I'm very laid back. I'm like in my videos, people probably think I like talk like a lot, I'm loud. I'm really like very monotone and laid back, very quiet.
Yeah.
I try
feel
to
like you have
avoid
to, like-
conversations.
Do you feel like when you're making the videos, you have to like put more energy into your voice? Like,
yeah,
on
I
purpose?
literally
yeah.
make my videos at home in my closet.
Yeah.
I go in my closet because it's more dead proof. You know,
Oh, you got
soundproof.
like a,
Okay.
do you put this foam up or?
No, I just
Oh,
speak
okay.
into the clothes.
That makes sense. Same
Kills the
deal.
sound.
Same idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So the sound treatment's nice in there.
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, I'll like literally do a take, and then I'll be like, no, I need more energy on that one, or I gotta pronounce it better, or something like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go like 100 fucking voice times.
Really?
100?
I
That's gotta
separate it.
be.
I break it up. You know, I'll do
Yeah.
like the intro, like, oh, I'm out here in Rosendale going to this place, and then do the next take.
That's the best way to do it, actually.
Yeah.
I've started doing TikTok.
Because I come up with stuff as I'm going. Like when I do the voiceover, I literally chop up the video. There'll be like 10 minutes of footage. I'll chop it up to like 3 minutes. Then I'll start doing the voiceover. It'll get smaller and smaller. And I
Okay.
figure out what I'm gonna say as I'm going. I'll come up with stuff. Like I don't know what I'm gonna say until I start the video. Start the editing process.
This is
Okay.
like this is the food review version of punching in as a rapper.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's so funny. Yeah.
I've owned a
Basically.
studio, so I understand the sound treatment.
Owned a
and punch
studio?
Yeah, I had a studio for 7 years.
Are you an engineer? You mixing and
No.
mastering and stuff?
I
how
hated
were
engineering.
you involved in the studio?
I always had friends that rap, so I just opened up a studio,
No way.
got like a bunch of used equipment, opened up one, and I had eventually I ended up like hiring engineers and made it a legit business.
Is it?
That's
where,
awesome.
Where is it? It's still going?
No, I shut it down in September.
Wait,
It
what?
was in Everett first, and then I moved it to Lynn.
What was it?
Mike P Studio.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
You ever get the KMF people in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Dope.
the KMF,
Small
like
world.
the Lynn kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Good shit.
Some of them are alright.
Yeah.
Some
I
of
like Cash. I like Cashy too.
Cashy's my favorite one from them.
Yeah, same.
He did we had a little bar show one time. He came.
Yeah, he's cool. I
Yeah.
like him.
Cashy's, he holds it down no matter what. So I always respect Cashy.
Yeah.
Because I had a falling out with some of them, but Cashy always kept it neutral.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's always been cool every time I see him. He's like the same energy every
Yeah,
time.
that's why I love Cashy. I always have respect for Cash.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not familiar with like the politics or whatever with the KMF family. So
I'm happy I'm out of the whole studio business.
Okay,
People are
stressful.
disrespectful as shit.
Music business.
oh,
is
I
messy.
can imagine.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's one of the few businesses left that like transactions are not so cut and dry because like people feel like their value as like
People
A
feel like they're
persona.
entitled to a lot of things.
When I went to
Yeah.
Houston with one of my friends that he's not really my friend anymore. He's a fucking junkie. But this is like kind of who I started the studio, doing music with. And he wanted to go to Houston and get like the vibe of a, Houston rapper, sipping lean, all that kind of shit.
Okay.
So
Paul
we went
Wall.
out there. Yeah, we went out there. We went to one of the best studios out there, Studio 713. And every time we were there for like in Houston for maybe 4 days, we're in the studio every day for a few hours. And I would always talk to the studio, the owner. And he told me, if you're going to open up a studio, don't. He said, open up a video room. Like, you make money with the videos. Running the studio is a fucking headache.
see
You
that,
don't
yeah.
really make money.
Yeah.
Because the equipment is so much money and everything's so much money just to get started.
yeah, and everyone's trying to just like come in and lay a verse and like outsource the mixing or like
Yeah,
something.
like I
I'm
didn't
sure.
mind anything like that, but like it's tough to make money off of it.
I
It
also
is.
we've noticed we've interviewed a lot of musicians and I don't even think a lot of people go to a studio. I mean, people definitely go to
A
studios.
lot of people
but
have a home setup.
yeah, a lot of people have like a really nice mic and something they can track
In
with
my
at
own
home.
experience, the home studios are usually better.
Yeah. Well,
I've heard
'cause
some
you-
great music made at home studios.
and usually you're buying equipment like for you, like like your voice sounds better in this mic. Like some people just they know what to buy like for the equipment and stuff, and you might just have to use whatever the studio has, and
Yeah,
that could
see, I have no idea with any of that stuff. Like I would engineer a little bit, but more like an assistant engineer. Like I know how to lay down a track and break up the vocals and shit like that. But as
Yeah.
far as mixing and mastering and all that, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
If you do want to get into it, don't. I'm just kidding. It's
I don't want to.
it
Really,
is
when I was just like
complicated.
assistant engineer, like when I first opened my studio, I would literally just engineer, like record people for $30 an hour, and then I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
send their raw vocals to whoever they wanted to get it mixed.
Yeah.
It was a good deal. You
Yeah.
you come in for 3 hours, you bang out 3-4 songs, then go get it mixed somewhere else.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Whatever. But I just hated doing it because a lot of rappers suck, bro. Like,
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
Especially local rappers, they think they're good, and it's just like I
That's
have
the thing.
ADD, so I'm fucking my mind's fading away, and they're like, can I punch into that spot? I'm like, what spot?
Yeah.
It's
The
like,
part where I say this, I'm like, oh shit, when did he say that?
Yeah.
it's tough.
I'd be fucking losing my mind in there.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure.
artists are tough to deal with too. Like you said, anyone who's making music thinks that they got something going on, like they're good.
Well, a lot of them
So
are just disrespectful, and then a lot of
Yeah.
engineers are disrespectful. So I'm not an engineer, so I would hire engineers.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were just straight up disrespectful. Like either stealing time or fucking telling me I'm only doing 3 hours when they did fucking 5 hours. Some of them would fucking be trying to sleep there and working on their own music for free.
Oh
And
my
just-
God.
It's
Oh, yeah,
always
yeah.
a fucking headache. One of them would like
Sleeping
fucked
there.
up some of the equipment and didn't tell anyone. So now like
course.
I had to go send that in. Now I'm out of business
a
for a
headache.
week and a half while
Yeah.
this is getting repaired.
That's
too
crazy.
much.
It's just it's too much of a headache, you know.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
finding good help is tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just shut it down. It wasn't worth it. Wasn't making money.
No, not with everything
Big
you're doing
weight
right
off my
now,
shoulders.
especially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You got enough on your plate. You don't need
Exactly.
That is interesting, though. Yeah, to think about. But yeah, no, I think just music is getting easier and easier to do. So like the actual like studio. It's definitely diminishing returns to put in like hundreds of thousands of dollars into those. Like, you know, you go to like, I don't even want to be naming any studios, but like you go to a real studio, they got like speakers in the wall and it's like the real huge ones. And I'm not sure what your setup was like, but like these, it's like infinite money can be spent on these studios, you know?
My studio was more like, it was advanced, but it wasn't like 110 like top tier professional.
Yeah.
Like I had nice equipment. I had an Avalon, which is like a $3,400
huge,
you know what I mean, mic interface, mic amp. I had Apollos. I had a nice fucking Mac.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
That's all the shit you
I
need.
had a fucking a U87. It's a $4,000 microphone.
Oh
I
my
had-
God,
I
where
had
is
shit.
that
yeah,
now?
I sold it. I sold everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have bought it from you.
I went all over.
No,
it.
I'm just kidding. I didn't have time for
I
that.
still have RLX if you need to buy RLX.
Oh, I don't know.
The styrofoam, bass traps, RLX. I just sold the 2 Apollos I had left.
It's funny you say that. I actually have a few bags of it.
Sure,
There's
I got
a
bags
room.
of it.
You have
It's expensive shit. People
Yeah.
try to lowball me. They're like, "I'll give you like 300." I'm like, "What? 300? Brand new? This shit's fucking like $1,600." Like, well, it's used.
crazy.
I'm like, it doesn't matter if it's used. It's styrofoam.
yeah.
Like, it's not fucking audio.
It's not
equipment.
damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck does it matter? Like, I'm trying to get like at least half of it, like $700.
At least half. Yeah.
Fucking
I could see that.
140 pieces and 30 bass traps, like $700. You sound treating 3 studios with that.
You
Right.
put it on Facebook Marketplace, anything like that?
I have, but people are fucking. I hate dealing with people on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
where I just got my stationary bike. It was fantastic, actually.
That's
Oh,
right. I
it's
just
great
got
to
my
shop on, but
mountain
to
bike.
sell
Yeah.
on is a fucking
Oh, I
pain
see
in
what
the
you're
ass.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I love shopping. I bought all my fucking furniture in my condo.
Oh, you can get some great
Facebook
deals on
Market.
Facebook.
Yeah, some of it you find for
Marketplace.
free.
Yeah.
I got my couch for free. I got the carpet for free.
Damn.
The coffee
wow.
table was like $50.
Hey, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Damn.
Yeah, shopping on a budget.
Yeah. No, Facebook Marketplace. When
the shit.
when that started, I was like, oh, okay, this is where I'm going now.
Yeah, they crushed Craigslist immediately.
No, they did.
Craigslist
They
is
really
creepy.
did.
Yeah, Craigslist is just,
I never really did too much off of Craigslist.
I watched
Facebook's
an interview
easy.
the other day with Craig, the guy who like founded it. I didn't even know there wasn't like an actual Craig. But
yeah.
seemed
And he
like
brought
a good
his
guy.
original list.
He seemed like a good guy.
It was a good idea. It's just people's fucking, people suck.
Yeah.
People started fucking doing some weird shit off of there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just the Craigslist killer and fucking
Oh yeah.
crazy shit.
No, there was wild shit going on.
That was kind of recently, too. That
It
was
wasn't that long ago. It was like
Yeah.
2010-ish.
Yeesh. And since we're 19, that was, we were
It's
just
true.
kids. We were
yeah,
babies.
we were children.
Little babies at the time.
How old are you now?
We're probably going to be 20 soon, I think.
Oh yeah, you guys are young.
no,
huh?
he's bullshit.
no, yeah.
He's bullshit.
That's not.
We're 30. We're 31.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody though. The running bit is that we're 19.
Yeah, we tell people we're 19, but
But yeah, hey, we're coming up on 2 hours. I feel like we've covered pretty much anything. Is there any food topic that you wanted to discuss, like that we haven't hit yet?
No, we covered a lot.
we did cover a lot.
Sounds good. And merch is coming. You're thinking merch?
Open. I definitely have a lot of ideas, so
Any
see what
websites
happens.
to plug or anything like that?
I need to get on a website too. So anything that taught me with this whole TikTok shit going down is social media is a stepping stone.
Sounds
God
good.
forbid Instagram
And you can
went
lose
down,
it in 2
I'm down.
seconds. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If it's
Everything I
gone,
worked
it's
on is gone. So I need to fucking definitely get a website going, something that's my own.
Yeah.
where I
Sure.
can upload everything that I've done on my own website. That way if fucking Instagram goes down, TikTok goes down, I'm still up and running.
It is funny how things kind of like have made that hook back a little bit. Like early internet was, if you wanted to see something, you went to that website to watch
Yeah.
their videos, not YouTube. So now,
It is coming back to that a little bit.
yeah, and this will be posted to YouTube.
At
So
least an
YouTube,
app.
please be nice.
Yeah.
You need an app.
Yeah. But in the meantime, before all that stuff's built, we follow you. Instagram. What did you eat today, sir?
Yes, sir. Instagram, TikTok. I'm more active on Instagram, so
Yeah.
Sounds
that's
good.
the place to be.
Well, thanks for coming on. We'll have to do a team dinner soon.
Yeah,
and
thanks for having me.
yeah, it's good to see you.
Let's do
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming on.
Of course, thank you.
All right.